Louder!
And it's time for the Gore N More podcast.
Gonna have a good time.
Gonna have a good
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
We're going on now.
A ball break, walking hand in hand in the moonlight. We'll be the sweet soul there. I swear we'll never part.
We're going on now.
A ball break, running in the sand, feeling alright.
And what's up, Gorehounds? And welcome to the Gore N More podcast. I am your not so mean Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing this shit show in. However, I do not bring this shit show in alone. For with me, as always, are my horror homies. Started off with that Dark Lord of Knowledge, the Chad Daddy, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
What's up, bitches?
Howdy, howdy. And we have the Duke of the Dead, the host with the Ghost Lord Scuba Cabra, Mr. Steve Vasquez.
What's up, you fuck faces?
And that beloved killing machine, that meat mountain that we love to call him, Mr. Bobby Amone.
Good evening, fuckers.
Hey, today is a juicy episode. But first, what do we got? What is today? Today is January 30th, 2023. And, well, if you can't tell by the title already, we are reviewing Terrifier, which personally I'm very excited about because I love that episode, but I was very sad I wasn't on it. But now I get to be. And
That
the
was
rest of y'all.
PJ, pre Johnny.
That was literally like a few episodes pre me too, dude, which is crazy. I think that was actually the first one you had Probst on, if I'm not mistaken. I got to think back. I know Heather's probably know this way better than I do.
Might be.
But I think that was the first one that Probst was on, honestly. So, but hell yeah. But before we talk about this fucking fantastic movie that has hit the horror community in the last several years, we're going to do what we always do and talk about what the fuck we did the last weekend. So, Mr. Vasquez, if you could hit it, please.
It is now time for your Slice of Life!
Yeah, buddy, that was beautiful.
How tight did you get them?
Fuck yeah, dude. Chad Daddy, how you been, brother? You want to start us out?
I haven't been too bad. I haven't really done shit lately. Just, spending time with the family, doing the usual family thing, bowling on Saturdays. Hung out with some family friends and my wife's cousins, on Saturday. Didn't do much yesterday. Today, watched this. Did I see? I'm trying to think if I watched anything last week. I don't think I did.
Okay.
It was a pretty low key, week. And we're just gearing down, I guess, this Friday. It's going to be really fucking bitterly cold. It's going to be like in the negatives again for a day or so.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah, I hate this time of year. Let's see, what else? Did we do anything else? I don't think I did anything else. Just sitting here, got all my W-2s and everything for me and the wife, gathered up, getting ready to do taxes. Bleh.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Yep.
It's got to be done, buddy.
Yeah, just don't wait till April. Yeah.
Oh, no.
No.
Get that shit done.
No, I get that done right away. I never wait.
You know what's funny? His last episode is when my wife was doing it when we were recording. So, what up, Heather? Welcome to the shit show.
What's going on?
Evening, Heather.
I'm glad somebody chimed in because I was a little nervous. I was like, did we just get pulled maybe for that trailer? It was a little bit more violent than I expected.
Fuck them if we did. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Nope. Nobody used the R word, so we might get canceled for that.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Ooh. Wow. All right.
Oh, well.
I wonder if that would technically be a Red Band trailer.
I mean, that has nothing
Give
to
us
do
one,
with us, though. We didn't say it.
That's true. We did not.
Homie, we got flagged for having the American flag at one point on the show.
Okay, he makes a good point. That's America for you.
I loved that intro, and it fucked us so hard for the stupidest reason, dude.
Yeah, that was dumb. That was
That was a bad whatever. Yeah.
TJ made some fucking dope ass intros back then. There's some fun shit. Hell yeah. But anyways.
Yeah, not much going on. So, Scuba Steve, you want to take it from here, buddy?
What did I do this weekend? I worked on my proton pack. Trying to get that full Sasson bitch up and going. I did some detailing on it. What else did I do to it? Oh, I finally drilled holes to attach the Alice frame. So I threw it on yesterday for the first time. It's way heavier than the Spirit pack. That's because I haven't even put in the speaker. I haven't even put in the permanent battery. So some bitch is going to be heavy, but it's going to be worth it because I fucking love tinkering with that damn thing. I did an investigation this past weekend at the bar that I work at, which fucking kicked my ass because I worked all night, and then staying at the bar till like 6:30 in the morning was fucking crazy. I didn't drink, which was a good thing because I think if I had, had any alcohol, I'd have like
Right,
passed
it
out
would've
in the
been
bar,
worse.
fucking slept during the whole damn investigation. But we got some pretty cool answers to some of the questions we were asking, and so we're gonna edit all of that together and put that out as our very first episode of Ghost Vatos. Which, I mean, we've done a shitload of investigations, but I feel like with this one being like so close and personal to me with the spirit that's there, I kind of want to make that our first episode, and then we can just go back and edit other shit together for more episodes and stuff of our past investigations. What else did I do? I hung out with the girlfriend. We didn't really do much this weekend, just kind of hung out at the house, and that was pretty much it. That's it for me. What about you, Bobby?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, well.
Can it be?
Well, as everybody knows, I was not here last Monday. Where was I? What
Where
was
were
I
you, Bob?
doing? Dare I ask? Well, so last Thursday, me and my girlfriend got on a plane, and we went to Colorado, Estes Park, and we got to stay at the Stanley Hotel.
They wanted the full
The-
John Dever experience.
Yes.
The actual Stanley Hotel. I'm gonna have to say this here because everybody's asked this question. Is it like what it was in the movie? I'm like, that hotel doesn't exist. Just so everybody knows, the exterior does, but the interior was never a thing.
Well, that's
the act-
bullshit because somebody should make it by now. What
Well,
the
it's
fuck?
just
Right.
it's the hotel that inspired The Shining, and
Yes,
that's
No,
what
I
that's what a
Where
lot of
Stephen King
people-
stayed, yeah.
But what
Yeah.
I'm saying is, why hasn't somebody made that legit hotel just as a cool fucking tourist attraction?
Probably
hotel?
because the blueprints
know
would
it would-
fuck them up themselves.
Dude, imagine the horror conventions you could put on there.
That's true. But what else would you
That's
do with
true.
it the rest of the year when there
Would
was
you-
no
Yeah.
horror conventions?
Would you really need to do anything else? You have 4 horror conventions a year. That fucking, bro.
That's true. That's
And
true.
then you just do other shows.
but where would you put it?
Yeah, it'd have to be like center United
Somewhere
States. It'd
completely
have to be
fucked and possibly not with snow.
now,
But you
that
need
would-
the snow.
Yeah,
I know
now.
you need the snow, but
But they have snowmaking machines, so that's not a really
Exactly.
an issue.
It's not the same.
I mean, I would almost go Maine.
Nah.
No, humidity's horrible up there.
I'll take your
Horrible.
word for it.
No,
Anyways.
it's horrible. Anyway,
But how was the
So-
hotel though? In
all right,
general,
well, so yes, this is the hotel that Stephen King stayed at, and also at the time when he stayed there, it was just like The Shining. They didn't open past September.
word. There's
So-
places around here that are like that, dude.
yeah,
For sure.
so they were like that in the 70s, but it's a beautiful hotel. It's fucking huge. It's it was beautiful. They had a whiskey bar, a wine bar, which we were in every single day and every single night. Like,
You had quite the menu there, bro. Yeah, I remember.
What
you
I-
sending
what
me
I-
that picture.
What I love was how there was a little selection of Stephen King books in the Stephen King suite.
Corner or whatever. it is, Yeah.
But I'm guessing that they didn't put The Shining in there because it would probably keep getting stolen.
it already got.
Oh, yeah.
That's why
That's-
it's not
that's-
there.
That's
Do
exactly
they
what I was
sell it
thinking.
in? Do they have a gift shop and sell it in the gift shop? That's what.
Yeah, but I think the copy that was in there was an old copy, like
Ah.
old. You know,
I would totally. I mean, I have multiple copies of The Shining, but I would totally buy another copy that was just in the Stanley Hotel, just for
Now
the
here's-
fact that it was there.
Here's the other pitch you need: a consistent channel just streaming the movie.
We thought
while
they
you're
had
there.
that, but they didn't. And
It
were
should
a
be like
little upset.
TBS 24-hour Christmas Story, but it's just
Yep.
The
Yeah,
Shining.
it's-
24
they
hours,
just have it-
365.
They have an in-house theater that shows just that.
That would be fucking
That'd be
dope.
cool.
we would have been there every night watching The Shining.
I need The Shining and Doctor Sleep, though. Give me both movies.
You can do that. And even once in a while, they would throw in that 6-hour fucking miniseries.
Miniseries,
bullshit,
yeah.
just to appease some people that enjoy
Well,
it.
Well, so but
Closer
yes,
to the book.
but it is. But anyway,
Good time.
but no, and the hotel itself was beautiful. The town was nice. We did a lot outside of the town. The last night we were there, we were scheduled to stay in 217, not 237, where Stephen King stayed. And you walk into the room, you can feel something is there. It's not bad, but you walk in and you're just like, yeah, okay, something's here. We didn't have anything happen to us personally, but we felt it was uh, a nice gesture to keep the room clean because it was that the spirit that haunts that room keeps it clean. Like she'll literally fold your clothes.
Did you
And
blacklight that? Blacklighted it.
Nah, if no offense if anybody was stupid to do it in there, that she doesn't like that. So, just, yeah.
Well, yeah,
I would totally bang in there. I don't give a fuck. I'd be like,
Nah.
get naked, let's go.
Why is that my first thought too? Like,
Of course it is, because you guys are just like,
she doesn't like that. That makes it even better.
right? Let's rile her up.
but no,
And you know what? That's when you're like hitting it, and then you just look to the random empty corner, and you're like, yeah, you like that?
You fucking look in the corner, it's that fucking old lady coming out the tub at you.
You just blow her a kiss. Like, I got a bag for you, honey.
You're
And
next,
they-
baby. With your
and they had
saggy
that
ass.
bathroom.
You know, Scary
as a
Movie 2,
replica,
brown
too.
bag, that shit.
And they had that bathroom as a replica too. They're the
Yeah?
they're only place in the world that has an actual replica of the bathroom, and it's as close as it could get.
It's just one room, I'm assuming.
It's
Or is it
so all
every
right.
room?
So it's not in 217. So in the caretaker's quarters, they made it.
Oh,
the only thing that's not period from how it was supposed to be 1980 or whatever it was supposed to be
right.
is the toilet. They said we literally could not find that, so that's the only modern piece that's here.
Not for nothing, man. And I understand, like, you know, some people get bitch at like for codes and shit, but I feel like the toilet upgrade is an okay upgrade.
Well, yeah, but you don't stay in there. It's not a stayable.
No, I know, but I'm
place.
just saying
So,
if you had to.
yeah. So, but they had that, and they had one of the 3 axes from the movie. They had the wooden handle with the rubber head. The real
okay.
one got sold off, and then the other one that was all rubber got sold off. They were managed to get that one. They said you guys can have it, and they keep it on display in that room.
Nice.
So it was a wonderful experience. And one of my favorite things is they had like I said, they had a wine bar. They have a wine called 217, and when you stay in 217, you get a free bottle.
Wow, nice.
This bottle is
Is it a red or a white?
$115. Oh, it's a red.
I don't drink wine at all.
I love my wine. So
Dude,
What's
that's
up,
nothing.
Mr. Harvey?
Harvey!
oh,
that's-
Harvey's
that-
here.
That's nothing compared to the whiskey you showed us.
Yeah,
Oh,
right,
yeah.
dude, that whiskey was fucking
I'm taking up a little time here, but I'll get to that right
You're
now.
fine.
But I love my wine, but the wine bottle that I wanted to buy was uber expensive, so I could not.
What's Uber?
$145?
It's a pricey bottle.
No,
of
it was, and when I say it was like good, like I easily was like 2 glasses. I'm like, I fucking hate you for introducing me to this, but now I want it. And then the whiskey bar, which is the bar. So again, this also was where the miniseries was shot. Yes, people don't like it. Fine, whatever. I don't really care. We actually sat there and watched it before we had a tour, and I'm like,
Oh, there you go.
I can watch this. I really don't see a problem with it, but it is what it is.
Hey. It's closer to the book.
I personally haven't watched it as an adult. I only watched it as a kid, and I thought it was boring as shit. So maybe watching it now, I would change, but I don't know, man. I'm
Well,
still like very.
but
And
you got to
I think-
remember too, though. Look at Salem's Lot. Watching Salem's Lot as a kid, it was kind of like creepy.
Oh, that was boring
Watching
as
it
fuck,
now, it's
dude.
boring as fuck.
You know, John, I gotta say, I think that might be why I thought Stanley Kubrick's version was going to be boring, was because I was basing it off of the miniseries, which I'd seen first.
That's fair. No, I haven't watched Kubrick's in a minute, dude. It is that time of year. I feel like I should.
And for the record, I love Kubrick's, but I mean, there are also elements in that movie where it's like, well, yeah, that doesn't really fit in his version because that's not what he made. So, but whatever. So the whiskey bar was off the fucking roof. They fucking had any kind of whiskey you could think of from like everywhere, old, new, expensive, inexpensive. So the Saturday night we went there and we had a filet flight, which was 3 pieces of steak. We had Angus, bison, and Wagyu.
Ooh.
And bison tastes better than any steak we got over here.
Ooh.
Oh yes. And Wagyu, yeah, Wagyu is Wagyu. It fucking tasted amazing.
I hate the name.
Well, you don't
I've
like a
never
little
had-
Wagyu?
Whatever you do, we made the mistake once of getting Wagyu ground meat because the wife found it at Walmart of all places.
No,
Do
no.
not get it because there is so much fat you get hardly any meat out of it.
No, you got to go get a
That's not.
steak.
That's not. Yeah, you got to eat that as a steak. You can't.
Yeah,
grind
it
that
doesn't
up.
work as
It just
ground
doesn't
meat.
work.
But bison does. Bison actually as a hamburger is.
Oh yeah, a bison
yeah.
burger. I've had a bison burger. It's
I
fucking
love
delicious.
bison now. So we went that Saturday. I'll keep this short, but then we'll move on. So we went there Saturday night in the bar, and I said to the bartender, I said, "What kind of whiskey do you have here that's not an everyday drinker? Like I want some. I've had a lot, and I'm like, I just want something I know I haven't had." So she pulls out a bottle, and it was called Old Fitzgerald, and it was aged 19 years. And she says, "This is our most expensive. It's $90 a pour. In other words, like 2 shots worth to sip." And I looked at my girlfriend. I'm like, "We're on vacation, right?" She's like, "Fucking do it." So I did it. And yo, you want to talk smooth? Like, oh my fucking god!
I don't know if I could do that, man.
Oh,
I'd be like, is there a hand job included into this shot? Because for that
listen,
amount of
listen.
money, I'd have to
Here's
be
what I'm
fucking
going to tell you
hungry.
right now. If you sip this and you don't feel your dick get hard, you ain't a man.
Yeah, better for what it costs for a
I
bottle.
feel like I would need that and a cigar.
Yes,
Like-
no, yes.
In that
No, if-
package deal, though, for that
Yeah.
price.
If I could have, I would have smoked with it. It was perfect.
Personally, I would take a fucking cigar completely hollowed out and restashed. Like you could put a fucking quarter of an ounce in a fucking blunt and then that whiskey for 90
I know.
bucks.
I think I told you
And
guys.
hey, that's legal in Colorado.
It is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But so that bottle, I looked it up later. Now I know why it's 90 a pour and it's so fucking small. It's a $2,000 bottle of whiskey.
Jesus.
Why? Why? I don't understand pricing on this shit. Like, why is it so expensive?
Some of the best
The
whiskey
19,
I've ever
the
had.
19 years aging, things
Yeah.
like that. They probably
That's
make
where
so
you're
Bro,
much a
get
year.
bottom shelf shit, run it through a Brita 3 times, you'll be fucking fine.
Dude, some of the
Jesus
best
Christ,
fucking
like-
whiskey I've had is fucking Devil's River. It's from San Antonio, and that shit is the smoothest I've ever tasted. Now, the one you had, of course, probably way smoother. But I don't like whiskey, but I will drink Devil's River agave whiskey. That shit is fucking amazing.
Ooh, it's got agave in there. There you go.
See, I don't
Yes.
drink anything. I drink it all mixed, dude. So
I
it
drink-
wouldn't
I
matter
drink-
for
No,
me
no.
anyways.
Bro, you don't taste it. If you drink it with Coke, you don't fucking taste shit. It's dangerous because I was drinking. I was like, oh, this tastes like Coke.
But that's what I want.
I was doing an
don't
episode
like
of
the taste of
Recycled Corn.
booze.
I got all shit faced on it because I didn't taste shit. So I just kept pouring more, and I'm like, whatever. It was fucking smooth as fuck, though.
But so after I had that one, I went down to like a $35, $40 bottle of whiskey. And she said, "So what do you think?" I said, "Well, yeah, this one's smooth too. It's got that little hint of burn, but it ain't the other." So there is a difference. But yeah, the ones that you could pay less for, yeah, they got that too. But that was my weekend last week, and I also got a little keychain that says 217 on it.
Nice.
I was able to keep the key card for the room, and the card slip it came in that says it was written 217.
I have one.
Where's
And
Steve's
then
rock?
And I also, Steve wanted a rock, so we went through the little hedge maze there. It's just a little hedge maze.
Yeah.
And I just pulled out a rock and I got Steve a rock. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted. I just wanted a rock from the
I got a
Stanley
rock.
Hotel.
but that was my weekend last week. Sorry it took a little long.
You're all right, dude.
That's-
Right here.
that's
Hey,
all-
you were gone.
That's true. I was.
And you took
Anthony
up
had
the-
to come in
you
and
took up
cover
the
your
time I
ass.
didn't use.
Yeah, right.
So, but that was my week, and if I talk anymore, we'll be here for the full 2 hours on the Stanley. So I'm
All
gonna
right.
give it up to Mr. Big old Dick Johnny D above me.
Well, I didn't do much. We went over to Rochester Way, which anybody's familiar with New York. I'm middle. So we headed over there. It's like an hour and a half, but they had like a roller rink / like fun center that we were hitting up. It's called Horizon FX. It was pretty dope. It was crowded as fuck, dude. It was insane. The rink felt like an obstacle course consistently. And everybody else in my party was getting anxiety from it. And normally I would have too, but Big Johnny D was on 200 milligrams of fucking edibles. So I was fucking feeling fantastic. just avoiding falling kids like exploding barrels in a video game. I'm like, woo! Like this is fucking great. And
Woo! I can hear you now. Woo!
I was too, dude. Like my sister was like freaking out. She's like, "This is so many people." I'm like, "I know, but I'm loving it. I don't know why." She's like, "I feel like I'm gonna hit everybody." I'm like, "Well, dude, it really was like." It was so many people. Like you literally just had like if you wanted to go fast, you had to fucking dive in and out. But the problem is people are fucking random. So you got little kids coming the wrong way, fucking people crossing this way. You got some dudes who are way too fucking good to even be there, just fucking flying through you, fucking dancing and shit. And I'm like, this is it. Like it was insane. And I gotta say, dude, just because it's a bigger city, Rochester, and this is not like shitting on anybody because obviously it's my thing too. But I came discretionary, right? Like I didn't come in stinking, bro. Every like 1 out of 4 motherfuckers that came into this joint just reeked of weed, dude. And I was like, damn, this is a kid's joint. But at the same time, they sell booze there. So there's my answer of booze and roller skating, which I was like, okay, it does exist besides Texas, which everything's cool in Texas.
You can drink everywhere in Texas, I swear.
Exactly. It's not even like a thought. But it was good here, and the prices weren't even bad. Not that I needed to drink, but at the same time, it was just my question of because I'm like, yo, that almost seems like DDing at this point. You're just on your own feet. But oh my goodness, Daddy is here, Mr.
Oh,
Joseph
there
Darrow.
he
What's up,
is.
buddy?
Hey, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Gene too. Who's been
Gene.
Yeah,
too.
Gene
What's
was
going
here.
on, Gene?
I threw Gene.
Oh,
Gene.
Gene.
He's
So, yeah.
becoming a regular on the show, and I love that
Yeah.
shit.
He's my boy.
So
Love
now
him.
we got 2 Terrifier cosplayers in the chat as well. All right. But no, so I did that joint. It was pretty good. And then yesterday was just a hangout day. And then my daughter was sick last week, so I felt like shit today. So I took a sick day because, dude, I woke up with I would almost say it was on the verge of migraine because like I just couldn't even look at lights this morning. My head was just pounding. So I went right back to bed for fucking 5 hours and woke up, felt a little better. Fucking A, dude. And but now we're here and I am ready to talk this fucking fantastic fucked up movie.
Let's do
To which is Terrifier. Scuba, let her go.
On Halloween night, Dawn and Tara are finishing up a night on the town when they realize that they're both too tipsy to drive. Tara suggests getting a slice of pizza while they sober up. A scary, unspeaking clown in black and white outfit wanders into the pizza parlor and starts staring at Tara. After the friends leave, the clown brutally murders all of the employees in the restaurant. When Dawn and Tara get back to their car, they find the tires slashed. Tara phones her sister Victoria for a pickup and then goes into a creepy nearby building to use the restroom. Unfortunately, the clown isn't through with them yet, and it's gonna be a long fucking night.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Directed by Damien Leone, All Hallows Eve, Frankenstein versus the Mummy. Written by Damien Leone, All Hallows Eve, Frankenstein versus the Mummy, and Terrifier 2. Produced
Frankenstein
by
versus the Mummy. I've always seen that at Blockbuster, and I never wanted to rent it because it looks so like potentially shitty. But now I want to watch it because it's him.
So do I. Yeah.
Produced by Phil Falcone, Joe's War, Terrifier 2, Joe Stuber, Terrifier 2, Damien Leone, All Hallows Eve 2, and Terrifier 2. Bobby, hit us with those names.
God forgive me for some of these names. Let me say it real quick. Fuck off. Jenna Cannell, the Bye Bye Man, Renfield as Tara Hayes, Samantha Scafidi, Demon Hole. Now that sounds like the wrong kind of
That's what I call my ex-wife.
Oh, woo! Shots fired. American Fango as Victoria Vicky Hayes, Catherine Corcoran. That's what I'm going with. Return to Nukem High, Volume 1, The Last Christmas Home as Dawn. David Howard Thornton, The Dark Offerings. The Mean One as Art the Clown. Puya Mohsini.
Booyah!
Puya Mohsini.
That is it, yeah.
Bloody Slumber Party. Falling Water as the Cat Lady. Matt McAllister, A Crime to Remember, Vinyl as Mike the Exterminator. Katie McGuire, All Hallows Eve, Blue Bloods as Monica Brown. Gina Caffarelli, close enough. The Irishman, First We Take Brooklyn as Steve. And Eric Zamora, Becoming Jiff, New Amsterdam as Ramon. Chad?
I am proud of you. I don't think you butchered any single one of those.
None at
No,
all.
I-
Good
I
You
job.
know
actually-
what?
I
The
actually
one
got
he
through
came
that.
close to was the fucking Italian last name.
Right?
Always
What
though.
the fuck,
Always.
It's always the Italians.
It-
Oogie
it like-
spoogie.
It like took me a second to
Oogie
be like,
spoogie.
wait a minute.
You did
know
catch
that
yourself.
name?
I saw
You know
that
how to
shit.
fucking say it. Say it right.
Fucking A, dude.
So, music by Paul Wiley, Frankenstein versus the Mummy, Terrifier 2, cinematography by George Stuber, All Hallows Eve, Frankenstein versus the Mummy. We're gonna have to fucking watch this movie. It gets mentioned.
Yeah.
Yes,
Dude,
we have to.
it's
all
only
over the place.
2015. Like
Wait, now
I mean, I don't know. I want to watch it just because if he directed it, dude, I'm down. Fuck it. I liked All Hallows
I don't
Eve.
care how shitty it is. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like,
Edited by Damien Leone, effects and makeup by Damien Leone. This guy did fucking everything, I'm telling you. Distributed by Dread Central Presents, runtime of 86 minutes, not rated, budget of $35,000, grossed $76,000. It only played like one festival, and it got a limited release in Russia, of all places.
what?
T2 made up for it.
Oh yes, yes it did.
Yes.
Dude, you can't say T2 because
Yeah, no, you can't say T2.
And that's just
No.
I was like,
in the
T2,
horror
What?
for
Yeah.
horror, T2 is terrifying.
That's
too.
just
Nah,
terrifying.
T2's still
Yeah.
Terminator 2
No,
to me.
T2
Yeah,
is
T2
Terminator
will
2.
always.
That's universal. I'm
No,
sorry.
T2 will always be Terminator 2 just because it even T2 became a secondary entity with T2 The Ride, which is a whole nother fuking movie in itself.
And there's a reason why on all
Like,
the DVD
T2
covers
the
it says
arcade game.
T2.
Yeah, like
Anyway.
no. Anyways, but yes.
This is a fun ride, but it's also a very bleak one with a nice smile with it, and that's art.
All
Plain
right,
and
so
simple.
first question I'm gonna have, like, obviously this is not our first time watching it. Clearly, this is a review, so Chad's obviously already done it, but the three of us have it. Now, did you guys watch All Hallows Eve prior to watching Terrifier, or
Yes.
did you go Terrifier completely blind?
I went to Terrifier. Well, I went.
You mean the
Terrifier
first time we
completely.
saw it?
Yes.
Yeah,
I saw Terrifier
first.
completely. I just recently saw All Hallows Eve for the first time.
Oh, okay. And you
That was like
so
in-
Steve,
I
you said
saw-
you said-
I saw All Hallows Eve. I was really big into like that style of film.
yeah,
Like
like
an
the
anthology, like found
yeah.
footage type
Love
movie.
it.
So when I saw the cover for All Hallows Eve 2, I was like, "Oh, this looks interesting," and I watched it, and the
How
art
was the second one? I was gonna say I've never seen the second one.
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with the first one.
Mm.
at
I didn't
all.
think so. I thought it was
Like-
just a separate whole like
Yeah, it's a
Creepshow
whole
2
different
kind of thing,
entity,
like-
yeah, type
Yeah.
thing. But watching it, the only parts that I even really liked from it was the Art the Clown stuff, and you know, a lot of like the demon imagery and stuff that was with that. So
You're
it
talking
was
about
just,
the first one, right?
yeah, it went in All Hallows Eve.
Yeah.
So when I saw that they were making an Art the Clown movie, I was all for it. I was like, fuck yeah, like this is gonna be cool as shit. Like that clown was already creepy as fuck. Let's
Right.
see what they do. And then it's a completely different take on
Mhm.
what art was in All Hallows Eve, because All Hallows Eve, that was a short film that Damien Leone made and just threw it in there.
yeah.
So it wasn't necessarily supposed to be part of All Hallows Eve to begin with, and it just kind of took on a life of its own, you know, after the fact. And then he came out with Terrifier, and fucking art blew up.
Yeah,
So-
I think the original name for it that was like the Ninth Circle.
The Ninth
Yeah.
Circle,
Yep.
yeah.
So I'm with Chad and Bob. I saw there was a Facebook friend, and I remember I thought it was 2017, but it might have been 20. It was probably 2018. But I remember they were like, "Yo, dude, there was a sick, nasty new slasher they just put up on Netflix and everything." And it's like, dude, obviously, I'm always looking for fucking good shit like that. And so the wife was passed out, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll watch this, dude." So I watched it and fucking instantly loved it. And I had her watch it. Like I watched it the next day. And then after that, like because we watched it, All Hallows Eve popped up under suggested. And I was like, oh, wait, there's another one? I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm almost kind of glad I didn't watch All Hallows Eve prior to it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it would have set up a basis for that character where Terrifier kind of tweaked it a little bit. Terrifier
Yeah.
2 goes back to it for sure.
Mhm.
But we're not talking that yet.
Yeah.
Well,
No. But this
but
movie, man.
oh yeah. Well, I got a question for all of it. I don't know why. I for the first movie, I still. So is art meant to start off this movie as supernatural? Yes.
I don't think so.
Well,
I think it's all in your
Well,
head. I don't
Well,
think it's
there's I just asked because I know the second one he definitely is.
for sure.
Well, it depends on where All Hallows Eve comes into play, because you have to remember he comes out of the TV in All
that.
Hallows Eve.
if
so-
that does prequel it, but the girl who's in that is also the reporter.
Also
not
the
Yeah,
reporter.
so there's some conflicting like actors
Yeah.
reprising roles
Yeah.
and stuff.
Kind of like Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2. You don't really
Yeah, a
know
little
where they
bit.
stand with each other.
But the reason
Right,
why the reason why I ask is because just looking at the DVD cover on the back for Terrifier 2, and it says for that movie, a sinister entity has brought Art back to life. When at the end of this movie, as we see, he's already still alive in the body bag. So it's like I say conflicting in a little bit of a way, but
no.
not
The
really.
second
No,
one
he-
explains that because
Yeah.
he's brought back by that, but you don't realize it till the second one, which that hasn't. We
Right,
can't
that
talk
has-
that one
Yeah,
though.
because
We
there's,
only-
we
there's
know.
all that.
Yeah.
There's,
so you-
there's all that crazy shit going on. That's when he comes back. He wasn't when the coroner unzipped the body.
was
bag,
dead.
He was dead. He was not alive.
Yeah, it wasn't
Okay.
until everything like went fucking Jason
shit.
9, dude, and just fucking started staticking and all that other shit. But, and this is gonna be the hardest part for this podcast because even I said it to myself, like we can't put Terrifier 2 into context with this
Yes.
one.
No,
because-
yeah.
And
it'd
it's
be hard
hard.
not to do
It's
that, yeah.
hard because
It
it's
is
very
very
hard.
hard.
Very
movie.
hard.
Well, because it just expands the story so much
Yeah.
fucking crazier. But in this one, I feel like we have a very grounded, very solid slasher to which we really
Yes.
haven't had in the last 10 years.
And a slasher
A few
who
of
does
them,
shit
but-
that no other slashers really ever done before. I mean,
No.
I can't recall the time where a slasher actually used a fucking gun.
Okay,
Scream,
that yes.
Well,
Scream
But-
2, I think it was.
Yeah,
But in this sense,
mm,
the gun to me, and especially if you haven't seen All Hallows Eve, but the gun to me in this one was like, I saw that was the biggest upset with a lot of people. A lot of people fucking hated that move. Me personally, I was floored by it
yeah,
because it was completely left field and you never expect that shit.
yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the way he acts with the gun, it's just another tool in his dispensary. So like even when he gets pissed off when it's out of bullets and he's like, fucking goes, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just the whole process. And
I know. I agree with John. The gun for Art is not a gun. Let's just say like Jason or Michael picked it up. A gun for Art is like it's just like another funny piece he has.
yeah, like he's gonna fuck with you with it in some way or another. Obviously, he's not
Yes.
going for the straight kill shot. He's just shooting fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's almost like the carrot top of serial killers. Like Jason's like the jackknife
yeah.
because he can like make everything, but Art comes prepared with his bag of goodies. So
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like he's a prop fucking comic at the
He's-
same time.
He's like Santa Claus of the slasher world. What do I have in my bag?
Bro, honestly, I think the thing that makes me cringe the most, even more so than the Saw scene and everything like that, which we'll obviously get to, but it's the whip with scissors. Every
Oh,
time
dude,
just
yes.
that's getting made and you
Ugh.
see that shit just fucks with me internally so bad.
No. I mean, I know we're going to talk about it, but we're here. So no, the scene that fucked with me the most was when the sister comes in, sees her sister on the ground.
Oh, and he's got
But-
the.
But see, the part that fucks me up so like holy shit is she's looking through the crack and you see Art with the hair. He looks like, oh my god, I don't know.
Wait, that's not the sister's hair, you know, right?
Well, what? Yeah, it is. Who else's hair?
No,
would
that
it
was
be?
the
Yeah, it
homeless.
was the homeless
The
girl.
homeless lady.
Well, whoever's
He caught her
but-
titties off. See, that's what I'm
but-
saying. That was my problem with this movie. Is you got too many women that look unfortunately the
Yes.
same in this. Like you
Yeah.
needed to throw some wigs or something in this, dude. You know what I mean?
But the reason why that scene fucks with me so much is he just looks so sinister, yet he's fucking smiling the whole time.
Yeah, he's just
Dude, he's
playing
having
around.
a good time.
He's
Oh.
having a good old fucking time,
Oh.
like without any
Flicking
rhyme
his
or
hair.
reason. Like
Yes.
there is no reasoning. He just saw them and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck with them. I'm gonna
He's
fucking
basic-
fuck with these bitches.
He's basically what the Joker would be if there was no Batman.
Right, and he didn't.
Yeah.
Essentially, like probably even more fucked up on that. Like he's full wild card. Like
Mhm.
most, even if you think going into the second one that you could predict, no, you
No.
fucking did it.
Mm-mm.
Not at all. Never.
Well,
In a
I mean,
million
and
years.
then the scene with you know the homeless lady where she's like, "You've
Oh,
never
the
felt
mama
mother's
scene?
love,"
She's
and then
trying
so,
to com-
so
use
you think
compassion,
like,
yeah.
okay, like she's gonna reach to him, and then no,
He mangles the
he
fuck out of
fucking-
her.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna bite her titties, dude. I thought she was.
Oh, I did too.
I
did
thought
too.
she was
That
gonna try to feed him or something like
Yeah.
weird. I was like, "What is
He
happening, dude?"
not only that, at
Like-
the end of that, he bought himself a nice pair of titties.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, dude. That whole scene of just him like fucking
strutting
the
around.
way he was walking around, and I don't know if about for you guys, but it reminds me of the chicken woman from fucking Kids in the Hall.
Yes, dude. Yes. Oh my fucking god. I
Now
am
that you
so
mention it,
glad you
yeah.
fucking said
Oh,
that.
God, that is
Oh,
It's just like,
God.
like every time I see that, that's all I fucking do, and I'm just like,
Oh,
oh,
God,
am I the
now I
only one
can't
that gets
unsee
that
that.
reference?
Oh my
Right?
god. That's
How
fucking
could you
great.
not? I always think of that skit where she's coming in from the field, like just.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Oh,
right, I'm thinking
fuck.
the Hall. But oh my god, this movie is it's off the wall, man. But like I said,
Oh
it's,
yeah.
I feel like you knew it's a little bit cheaper movie because obviously you don't have a lot of people. And I've heard some complaints on that where they felt like they needed more fill-ins on the street and shit.
No, fuck that.
And I'm like,
No.
nah, dude, I've been on the
Less
part of a
more.
shitty city where you've parked and it's dead as fuck, dude.
Exactly. And this is
And
supposed to
certain-
be. This is supposed to be at like 1 a.m. So
Right. Yeah. And that to me, like I said, like to me, it worked because I'm like, no, I've been in that scenario.
Yeah.
Totally get it.
It's not fun, and it's that dark, it's that quiet.
And you
Yeah,
know, and
man.
even though the budget was so low, the
Fantastic though. honestly,
the
what they did
sets
with it.
were fantastic. The filming locations were great. The fucking goddamn kills were
Gore.
fucking amazing. Like,
So
and
I'm
all
glad
done
you said
without
that.
CGI.
I'm glad you said that because one part I did note down is I really enjoyed the lighting in the car scene.
Yes.
Or, I'm sorry, not in the car garage scene. Let me
Yeah,
be
yes,
more
yes.
Specific. I could be wrong on misplacing this, but it actually felt like it actually had some giallo vibes with the red and blues going on.
by the way, I
Mhm.
want to. Scoob's going to correct you. There was one tiny little bit of CGI.
Where?
Blood
The jack
splatter.
o' lantern.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, yeah.
that's fine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
that
yeah.
wasn't terrible CGI.
Yeah,
you know what
but
I mean? It was
that
it-
was the only actual CGI in the whole movie, though.
But I will say, when 2018 Halloween came out and then Michael Myers did that, I was like,
You stole that
saw
from
that in
art. You
I
stole that
know!
from art.
Definitely did.
I was like, I was like, why? I'm like, I already saw this though.
And we saw it better. It was better in Terrifier than it was in Halloween.
Dude, anything in Halloween 2018 was done better somewhere else. I hated that movie so fucking much.
All right.
I
easy,
didn't mind it the second time around watching it, but I feel out of that trilogy, that's still the best out of the three.
That's not saying much, though.
I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying that if I was gonna watch it, just probably watch that one by itself.
We talked about enough about on
Yeah.
Oh
our
yeah.
200th
Yeah,
episode.
enough. We're on Terrifier.
Go back to our Halloween episode if you want to check that shit out. But no, so like I said, my biggest critique is that the fact, and I understand that the two sisters would look similar. That's fine. But the homeless lady, at some point, they should have gave her a different hairstyle,
Give her a
different
white wig or something. Yeah.
anything. Dude, they could have still kept her black hair. Just give her
Put
like a
some-
short one.
Or
You know
put
what I
some
mean? So you-
streaks of something in her hair.
or,
too.
right, or
yeah.
make it
Look too
make it
clean
look
to be a homeless woman.
Yes, she did that too. She was very clean.
She it is like her hair was like on point, but the rest of it was just like dirt.
I don't know that
You
hair.
know what I
still
didn't
looked too
understand?
clean.
It
So
was hot for a homeless
she
woman.
was living in the building, right?
Yes. That was getting fumigated.
So they were about to fucking bomb
Bug-
the fuck out.
Oh yeah.
Like what?
She
the
was gonna
fuck?
die
She
anyways,
died.
dude.
She
Oh,
would've fucking
yes.
died anyways.
Well, she might have
Holy
left out if she
crap.
was in the sewer, I guess.
He said they were bombing it, but they weren't really bombing it. They were just spraying along. So it's a
Yeah.
little different. It's not quite bombing. It's a little different.
Well, I wonder if they were spraying first and then going to bomb it. After
there was
the
no
fact,
tent.
but-
You know what I mean? Usually they throw
Yeah.
a fucking tent when
That's
they
yeah,
bomb.
they usually do.
True.
Aha,
I
Mr.
don't know.
Leone. Aha. Yeah.
Either way, though, man, I felt bad for the lead singer of Smashing Pumpkins because he just didn't really need to go out that way. Like, that.
He was
Rip Billy
he was a
Corgan, rip.
sensible person. He wasn't a dickhead.
I liked how they gave you a little bit of red herring with him for a second.
Yes.
When he takes her to the bathroom.
Yeah, just for a second. But then you realize he's actually like he's just a dude who's like,
Just a
"Who
dude.
the fuck is this bitch just showing up in this random building in the middle
Dude,
of the
and
night?"
that
You know what I mean?
bathroom was so fucking
Bro,
dirty.
My wife literally looked at me. She's like, "I'd piss in the street." I'm like, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Dude,
well,
I'm
what
still
dudes
try-
we would have.
I'm still trying to figure out exactly what the hell that building is because from the front it just looks like a regular.
Building.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
It looked like
yeah,
offices when she was up top. When
It
Art
looks like
grabbed her.
offices. Then in the basement, there's like a garage. There's like stacks of tires.
Yeah, like you have all this shit going on the bottom, but it's like, well, so what building?
But
is
from
it?
the
Well, it
outside,
could
it
be-
just looked like an apartment building.
Yeah.
So it could be just going because I know in my city there's some older buildings and stuff like that. But it could be like maybe that was like an old storefront because remember there was a door where she was saying it said like delivery and art supplies.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh,
maybe
true.
that was, you know what I mean? Like maybe it's just been a building that's been converted over multiple times, but where it's just like, you know, it used to be a factory and then it got sold out and now it got turned into some offices. But then that didn't, you know what I mean? I don't know. Unfortunately,
You know
in my
what
life, I've seen it too much.
What I loved about this movie too was the fact that who you think is the final girl, who's built up to be the final girl,
Yeah.
Bro,
is
Halloween
not.
5, straight
Yeah.
up, man.
Yeah.
They
Straight
Oh,
up.
yes.
pull the
Yep.
plug. I was
Yep.
like, oh, wow. Yeah, that
I
was
mean, and she dies just fucking, and you know, it goes back to the point of
early.
him having the gun.
Yeah. You're
But
very
it's
early.
like, whoa, like because you don't see it coming, and that was like just seeing that the first time, I was like, holy shit, this is different. This is a fucking game changer. Like this
Bro,
is
it was because
it was
like
a
you were
not
just like,
give a fuck. That's what
this
it
is
was.
yeah, right. Like out of every other slasher, you're just like, all right, man. Usually they're coming at you with hand-to-hand weapons. You could probably nope. This motherfucker's packing two. Awesome, dude. And the fact that he is just completely wild card. You have he goes from fucking like dressing up like a woman in one moment to fucking acting like a little baby to fucking starting eating faces and shit. You know what I mean? Like just full out everything.
And he has that look on his face anytime something goes wrong that we all have the, oh.
You know what it is? Maybe maybe he has ADHD too, because like I know if I saw that cool little bike, if I was chasing something, like, ooh, check that shit out. You know what I mean?
Did he bring that with him, or was that there?
I think he's
that had,
no, he kicked the head and he heard the ding, and I think that's why he was like, oh, Mike.
Oh,
And then like, yeah, because he cuts off Mike's buddy's head there.
yes,
right.
he does.
And then when he kicks it, you hear the fucking like, little like ding ding ding. And
I
then
didn't make that connection.
And
That's
then
great.
I never did until this viewing, and I've seen it a handful of fucking times. But then right after that is the scene where he comes out of that thing and starts doing fucking loop-de-loops.
Yeah.
And I love that he crashes and shit a bunch of times too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's perfect, right? It's just like him fucking around.
I mean, that's what anybody would do, especially if you're tall and lanky and you get on that thing, you're like, oh, ding, like
Right.
you're falling over.
Now I know in the original viewing of this movie for this podcast, you guys went over a lot of different things of like the nods to the different horror movies and stuff like that. Obviously, we got Freddy, we got Saw with the bike scene, like we just talked about.
It's funny you bring that up because I looked at my old notes last night and saw that I wrote those all down.
Bro, go ahead if you want to bring it back up. If you want to run through them fast enough or whatever. Like, what I mean, I always thought they were cool, and I feel like there's probably some I missed.
So the like I said, the opening scene before, where he's making all his little tools and everything, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Hell yeah, yep. Oh yeah, the claw. Yeah.
Where he scrapes the scalpel.
Yeah,
on the car window. That's Freddy. There's one part with the music in that scene. I think it was reminiscent of Halloween.
Yep.
Yeah.
Little some sweet synth going on. This movie had great synthesizer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
great music.
The girl getting sawed in half. Obviously, a little bit of Texas Chainsaw Massacre reference there.
Kind of like a meat hook style. Yeah, I can see that. Yep, yep.
You can even say that.
It's just not in half horizontally.
Art,
Yeah.
Art riding the bicycle. You know, Billy Saw. Rats, Willard. You know.
Oh, I didn't even make that.
I would have never thought of Willard.
Okay.
And when he wraps the plastic over her face, of course, Black Christmas.
That's what I thought.
Okay, yeah, that one.
With
Yes.
that scene.
That always, anytime I see that shit in a movie, I'm like,
Black
why
Christmas.
is it your first move to go?
Yep.
You know
Like
what it is?
every time.
Yeah, it like takes you
So-
2 minutes. It's like, come on.
I think it's that scenario where, and I was just listening to this podcast where this girl was talking about, like, fortunately she was in a situation where somebody was following her and she was correct about her feelings on the situation and got frightened, and she knew what to do. But then when she went to go make the move, her legs literally just gave out. She's like, I don't know what the fuck was going on. My body went just completely shocked. And
Fight or
apparently
flight.
that is a legitimate thing. So that's, I feel like that while we watching the movie, we're like, oh, that's so simple. But it's like in the moment of like, what the fuck is happening right now?
It's panic.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I could easily see why people want it. This girl obviously was a fighter for the most part. So, you know, she
Dude,
was
and he
making her way.
fucked her up.
Yeah,
Especially when he brought that whip out. When he brought that whip out, that shit was,
dude.
those are some deep
like a cat of
lacerations
nine
right there,
tails.
dude.
I still
so
find
bad.
it
I gotta
so
make one for Gallo.
so weird and wrong that they would still have that woman on a talk show like that. I'm not trying to be that person, but could you imagine
That would have been on a specific network, and that's not cable TV.
Yeah,
That would have been like maybe on E late night, or
That would have been like a Geraldo special.
yeah,
yeah,
or
there
like,
would
Back
HBO
in like
maybe
the
like, yeah.
90s.
it's like HBO. You're on Howard Stern, and he's got a camera, and this is it.
But or more than likely they would have also just like they would have done her like in the silhouette with the deep voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it seems like that would have been more of the
Should
approach.
be
a proper approach, I guess.
yes.
But okay, so I will say that did give me a flip though. Is obviously you don't realize that the beginning of this movie is actually
The end.
after
Yeah.
a precursor or postcursor, I guess.
For the massacre.
Until you kind of figure that out. And that's still kind of like fucks with my head, even going into 2 with the whole timeline of things. Cause I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck is going on right now?
And it's like, didn't we just watch that? And it's like, huh?
But once again,
But I love how 2
bring in. Go ahead.
Well, I know, but I love how 2 starts literally right where fucking part 1 ended. There's
Yes.
no
I will
there's
say
no time jump, no nothing.
him stealing the dude's brain matter to put into his own head.
His own brain, yeah.
That was fucking
awesome,
wicked.
dude.
Yes.
But we'll discuss more of that.
Yes. Wait. We can't say that yet. We can't say that yet.
All right. So we've talked some lighting. We've talked the nods. All right. We obviously got to talk Saw Kill. I feel like we all have been kind of like, we mentioned it, but we haven't really like dipped on it.
He pulled an Ed Gein on that girl. Exactly what he did.
But I'm saying like, even not to bring the second one again, I feel like that scene is still the most like, holy fuck scene. Even out of the second one, dude.
I don't know.
You're not wrong.
I was trying to come up with like a clever name for that kill, and I call it the slit split.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like
That's
it.
a good
It's hard
one.
to say.
I just
really
love when he
fast,
gets
but-
down to the end though, when he's just laughing about
Yeah.
it, dude. When he's like stuck in her head, just like, okay. So I watched this on streaming and everything first, but if you guys remember, back in November they were having Terrifier 2. They had a double feature, so I got to see this in the big screen. My boy Harvey was there too, in his costume, which was fucking fantastic because he was just fucking with the crowd the whole time, which was just, But that movie was great to see in a theater aspect, dude, because the crowd, it's a horror crowd. So it's already, you know what I mean? Like, dude, the laughs hit so much better though. In the, like, you know what I mean? Like I'm at home with my wife and I'm laughing solo at a fucked up scene versus like an entire theater laughing. It's definitely a different vibe. But dude, if you can go see it in theaters with a bunch of people, oh my God, please do. It's fantastic. But is there anything else you guys want to discuss before we bring in the Saucy Aussie? I know we got him loaded up. I mean,
nothing other than I agree with you on the laughing, because when I saw the second one in theaters, I was laughing while everybody else was going, ew. I'm over here like,
yeah.
That's fucked
What does that
up.
say about us?
I'm glad you said that, Bob.
It says we are normal humans.
That was
a degree.
That was me and my brother-in-law and my buddy Major, dude. Like, we were just dying laughing.
Or not even dying laughing. I would be like this. Oh,
no, I was.
And it wasn't even the gore that was making us laugh.
It was art.
His reaction.
It was the
art.
antics.
Like he's just
His
so
face,
comical
his facial
about it.
expression.
Like,
Yeah.
you
Bro,
know,
when
because
he
he's
runs-
doing these
okay.
brutal things, and it's just like he's
It's
he's like a fucking kid at Easter. Fucking
Right, because everything's overly animated. His run,
Yeah.
his expression. Case in point, one of my favorite shots of this entire movie is when the girl's coming back from the bathroom and gets to the door, and there's just art standing there like this, completely like that is just such a fucking like unsettling, just and they bring it back in the second one and they redo it just as good. You know what I mean? Like it's not like doesn't feel like it's old hack,
Yeah.
but it's so good, man. Like I honestly, I will say art is one of my top like 5.
Oh, yeah.
Like new.
Oh, yeah,
slashes,
top 5.
Anything.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Have to be.
Like anything with Scream shit on it. And I'm sorry for you guys that love Ghostface, but fuck him, dude. Put art on that shit, dude.
art.
For now.
Art deserves to be
well-
on the fucking Mount
Well,
Rushmore.
now, when you're talking Scream, though, which one are you talking about? Because there's like 5 or 6 slashers, technically, if you want to get
It's
technical.
Ghostface. That's all that matters.
No, it's the people underneath. Sorry, I'm going to be that person. That's all I'm going to say.
Bob, do they have a T-shirt out there with everybody who's been under that mask, or does
No,
every
they
T-shirt have that mask? That's my question.
That's true. But they
It's
should
always
have a
the
t-shirt.
mask. It's just Ghostface, and that's all that is representative of that series. It's not the individual killer. Maybe individual killers per individual movie, sure, but
I like how Joe's like, art is better than Ghostface, but his fucking pig profile picture is fucking Ghostface.
It's Ghostface.
Yeah.
Joe and I talk about
But you
this
know
all
what,
the
Joe?
time.
You
His
do-
dead,
you do a
his
great
dead
fucking
Ghostface
Ghostface,
is
bro.
no.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
fucking
his zombie Ghostface, dude. It's something.
Yeah.
Yes, his zombie.
I was
Ghostface
gonna
is
sell him
awesome.
my zombie Ghostface mask because I have one, but I looked up how much they're going for, and I was like, yeah, I can't do that.
Dude,
I can't.
they're-
Do it. I
So-
can't do it.
and you know what, Joe? I don't know if you heard it last time, but even Steve and I said last week, pretty impressed actually with the new Scream trailer. Not gonna lie, not trying to
Yeah.
go too far into that, but
And they
I
have
actually
the
was
zombie
like,
Ghostface mask in it.
yeah, I was like,
You know,
huh.
it looks good. So yeah, I'll be
It
intrigued to see.
intrigued me. I will
Yes,
say
that's
that.
what I'll say. Is it intrigued me?
But all right, I'm gonna pull up the Saucy Aussie, and we're gonna hear his beautiful voice and what he has to say about Terrifier.
Can't
Giggy.
wait.
Well, howdy fucking doody there, folks. It's your DKB here back for another episode
Yep.
of Gore N More.
Yes.
This week I'm here to talk to you about Terrifier. Now, I'll just say straight off the bat that this is definitely one of them films that I never really went out or ran out to see straight away, only due to the fact that, you know, the horror community can become really toxic at times upon its reviews. I mean, you either love it or hate it, and this was definitely one of them films. There was no in between. It was either like, yes, I've seen it, it's fantastic, Art the Clown's the next best thing since sliced fucking bread, or there was like one review saying, I've had bigger shits than this monstrosity. So, yeah, I never really rushed out to go see it, but having watched it, I'm glad I did because, you know, I can definitely take, you know, the positives and negatives from a film like this, and I can appreciate what they were trying to do with an independent film like this on such a low budget, and the success that this film has fucking got, these two films, especially the sequel, my God. But anyway, we're not here to talk about the sequel, talk about this one in hand. So my positives, one is the carnage candy in this, the use of practical effects, creative kills, the gore, everything, just that violence that Art is able to, you know, conjure with his victims. It's absolutely exquisite to watch on screen. You know, I'm entertained. It's full on. It's balls to the fucking walls, and he never lets down with that. I mean, the other thing I really enjoy about it as well is this grindhouse exploitative element to it. You know, you got the film grain in the visual style and how it looks, and all that stuff. Yeah, like, I mean, the cinematography, you know, it's nothing really to rave on about, but it works for this type of film and it succeeds on what it needs to do, and it looks great, especially with that lace over of the film grain. And like Art himself, every time he graces the screen with his visual presence, and what David Howard Thornton was able to achieve with this character and bring something new to the table with it and make it extremely fucking creepy and iconic in this weird and wacky fucking way. I mean, every time I'm watching him on the screen, he's stealing the show 110 fucking % any day of the week. Like that scene in the diner, I won't go into too much detail, but just what he was able to achieve in just by saying nothing throughout this whole entire film. It's just fun. It's just all about the facial expressions, body movement, you know. Yeah, like I said, it was great, absolutely fun to watch. He brings this comedic element to it, this dark comedy vibe, and I'm all for it every day of the week. I mean, I don't really have any negatives about this film because it really set out to, you know, deliberately have those sort of tropes about it that, I mean,
Fair.
you
I guess I
know,
knew what it was. You know?
I guess if I really had to sort of try and nitpick this film, it'd be probably more of a story. Give us more of a story, more character development, and that'll set more of a mood and tone for the rest of the film along the way. And like, I know these characters are just there, so when Art actually kills them, it's all about the creative kills and the gore and that. But it would have probably felt more brutal to me personally if there was more character development about it, because you get so invested with the characters, like I always say, and then when this brutal shit actually happens, you're like, oh my God, I can't even believe they fucking did that to that character. They tricked me, holy fuck. So, you know, even the story itself, there were times throughout the story I was going, what the fuck is even happening here? Maybe I just wasn't picking up on shit when I probably should have been. I don't know. And like, I'm not really here to compare the pair because we're not talking about the sequel, but obviously the sequel does a little bit more of that.
See, it's so hard.
So,
It is.
It's
I think they learned from their mistakes from this film and then brought that over to the sequel. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about that shit. Yeah, I really actually enjoy this film. I love how it's an independent film and it's an independent success. And it really inspires young filmmakers and especially filmmakers like myself to go out there and trying to achieve something. Just as long as you have this creative concept and idea, and be able to bring such an iconic character to life that everyone reflects and evolves around in personality traits, and it's great to see what they're able to achieve with that. So this week I'm going to have to give Terrifier. I'm going to give it a 3.8.
Hey, that sounds very solid.
But yeah, I feel like it's a fair score.
It is very fair.
In saying that, I'm really keen to hear what you guys have to say about the film, and I shall leave you with that, gentlemen, and I will catch you next week. Cheers.
Ta-da. And thank you, sir.
Beautiful.
Right.
Thank you for that, Brody.
Hell yeah. Okay, so
Speaking of which, where is the Broadster? I didn't see him yet.
might be busy. I'm not sure.
Never too busy.
That is unusual. He's usually here.
He is. But sometimes shit happens. It's all good.
Yeah, buddy.
So I'm glad he brought up the fact that none of us mentioned Grindhouse. And this is a very Grindhouse feel to it. Like I could watch this and Planet Terror in the same night and just be super fucking into it.
Definitely.
I still think Planet Terror is the better of those two.
Of course.
You're not wrong. It is.
It's Planet Terror.
I tried. I've had arguments and everybody's like, no, the other one is. I'm like, why?
No.
Dude,
why?
They just walked out after watching Planet Terror because Death Proof came on after Planet Terror, and I walked out because it was fucking boring.
Yeah,
they only want to say they only want to say Death Proof is better is because that's the one that Tarantino directed.
Well, Tarantino was in fucking Planet Terror, so what is the fucking you know what I mean? Like, what did he do? He loses his nuts in Planet Terror, bro. That's way better than that entire fucking film.
That's a big loss too. So
that one scene's better than entire Death Proof.
You know what it is? I was also told it's also because maybe I'm not seeing it from the viewpoint of the ladies. But then I was like, yeah, but dude, I've been watching 30 years of horror movies where it's all been final girls, and I've, felt their fucking pain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. But thank you, Gallo. Gallo's in. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it is. He's right.
Yeah, dude. Planet Terror is fucking. We never have done that one, have we?
That's got to go on. It's got to go on.
Okay. Not for nothing. I know this. Sorry for the sidebar, but obviously we're done with the Halloween movies for Halloween. But if we're gonna still do with the at least it takes place on Halloween, I'm pretty sure that is on Halloween night. I could be wrong.
I don't think
I don't remember.
I don't know.
I haven't seen it in a long
time.
minute. Okay. So if we do that, do you want to do it just as the single solitary Death Proof or Planet Terror movie, or the whole Grindhouse experience with the trailers and everything?
Oh, like review the trailers?
Everything.
But I mean, I feel like
the whole thing.
Yeah, but aren't the trailers essentially part of it? I mean, anytime I watch it, dude, the trailers are right there anyway. So you know what I mean? I feel like that's part of the movie. I don't know. We'll have to discuss that when we get closer to that date. But if you guys are up for it, I think that sounds pretty sweet.
It could be fun.
All right. Like I said, we need Halloween themes, but we're not there yet. I'm just thinking about it because I think Valentine's Day should get thrown out. We should get Halloween 1 now. And then Halloween 2
we should get 2 Halloweens a year. Valentine's Day is completely meaningless.
It's dumb.
Bobby's stroking
Whoa,
Bob. Bobo.
Bob was coming in hard, and then it was just like, nope. All right, so that was a 3.8 from Brody. Thank you for that, by the way, for that review. I'm not gonna lie, I almost expected him to shit on a little bit more. I'm glad.
That's what I thought too. The way he was.
But at the same time, man, sometimes we all surprise ourselves. So
yeah, we do.
All right, so I feel like we've pretty much discussed this movie as much as we can. We obviously all solidly like it. I don't know if there's any tidbits that we forgot. I'm sure there's some shit we could bring up as we go, but you guys want to spread the curtain? I don't know what you.
Fucking Joe Rip.
R.I.P.
Oh, dude, he's in the full red.
He's in the full fucking red.
What happened?
Fuck, bro. That's not good. Oh, all right. Bob will be back, hopefully.
Where can my Bobby be?
But I mean, is there anything that you want to add to what was maybe not said in the prior show? I'm not sure how you wanted to go with the review styles with these, but
okay, so I did compare and contrast what I had here for my behind the scenes in the OG and this one. There is more that I didn't say. So
all right, well, let's go.
So
Yeah,
David
dude.
Howard Thornton ad-libbed a moment of Art the Clown flipping off of Victoria after she stabs his foot with the railroad spike. This made the crew laugh so hard the director decided to keep it in. This was in the raw footage and was not technically part of the film. This led to actress Samantha Scafidi having to be digitally removed from the shot.
Huh? That's
All
awesome.
Which got a good laugh out of me today, too. So
Right?
At the beginning of the film, in Monica's dressing room, there's a sign which reads, "The end is just a new beginning." This foreshadows the ending reveal that this first scene, in fact, takes place after all the other events depicted in the film, and that the unnamed deformed girl being interviewed is the final girl, Victoria.
Indeed. What a shitty way for a final, like, out of all final girls, though, like, I mean, most of them leave with obviously PTSD and maybe a little bit of injuries, but this poor girl is like,
disfigured. As
yeah.
fuck. And that right there too is different than any other final girl.
And as you see in the second one, spoiler alert, she's left with really, really severe psychological damage, more so than we've ever seen in anyone before.
To which I really need to rewatch the second one, dude, and maybe sober, because I don't even know if that's gonna help.
I was sober and the ending still didn't make sense to me, buddy.
Dude, that whole movie, I was like, I thought I had so many setups in my head. I'm like, oh, baby, this is where it's going. No. Every time I was wrong, dude. I was like wrong 10 different times. I'm like, what the fuck is this movie doing, dude?
Only if it's
It was the
Naked
same way
Joe.
with this one too.
What's that?
And this movie was the same way. Just kept
Not as much.
turn out the
though.
left turn.
Not
Oh,
as
I
much
don't know.
because
No,
I mean,
the second one had more left turns than there
the
were
second one, just
turns.
because I feel like it had more left turns because it was more of a solid story to it. Where this one, like Brody said, like this one had a story, but it was more literally just about getting people to where Art can do these fucking insane kills.
Like we
Yeah.
said, it's like Friday the 13th Part 5. It's just getting people there just to be killed off.
100%, which is still a solid fucking movie, dude. I love Part 5.
Yeah.
All right. What else we got, Chad? Daddy?
When the full body mold for the hacksaw scene was being created, actress Catherine Corcoran became trapped for over an hour in the mold. This was due to her removing too much of the separation agent, and it almost landed her in the emergency room.
Holy shit.
Oh,
That could have been really painful.
That's a bad day right there waiting to
That-
happen.
I'd have been
Right.
pissed too because that ruined the whole fucking mold. Mm-mm.
It was a good mold.
Very much.
Juicy.
A little too.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I already touched on this. The ambulance that drive past Dawn as she listens to the radio broadcast in the car was unplanned. What the fuck is that?
What the hell is all that in the back?
Is that you, Bobby?
Yeah, what the
Here's
fuck?
somebody yelling.
Yeah, that's me. Sorry about that. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't even know what it is.
Okay,
Alright,
so yeah,
go ahead,
the
Jacob.
ambulance that drove past
Just
while she was waiting in the
going.
car was just a happy coincidence. That was a real ambulance going by to a real
Yeah,
emergency.
that worked out really fucking good.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
it fit
talk-
that scene perfectly.
Huh. Boy, talk about it literally working to your favor.
Indeed.
Damn it, Bobby.
I can't do nothing about it.
Joe, you know what? Let's watch it together. Let's rent out the theaters, dude. Bro, it's so cheap to rent out the theaters at where his wife works, dude. It's only $30 an hour.
No shit.
You take like 5 buddies, that's fucking worth it right there.
Why haven't we done this yet?
Let
You
us
guys don't
know when
fucking
you're
come to my
doing it.
dirtball town of
Yeah,
Auburn.
yeah.
First of all, let me know, and I'll fucking go fly over there.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I'll drive.
I would love for you guys to go. I mean, there's other things to go to around my area, but yeah.
I'm gonna make sure, but I'm bringing my proton pack with me. That's for
Actually,
sure.
if I ever had you guys come up, dude, I would almost have you come up around October time, not like early October, because there's always Retro Game Con, which is fucking dope in Syracuse, and you can make your own Nintendo games there. So,
Ooh.
Scoobs, you can make a Ghost Vatos game
Oh.
there. on the fly,
Oh, yeah.
right? Fuck yeah, dude. There you go, Joe. 13GL Terrifier party.
There you
Let's
go.
do it.
I'm gonna start planning.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Make
Okay,
it happen.
so continuing on, David Howard Thornton was the 6th person who auditioned for Art the Clown. During the audition, he began miming tasting his beheaded victim's blood, but then added salt to it to improve its flavor. That's what won him the role.
That just reminds me of the second one. more
That
than
explains the
anything.
second one.
Yes.
There's no way they didn't bring that in because of that.
Listen, there's a reason why I think one kill in the second one is the absolute one of the grossest ever.
Mashed potato kills. I love that.
bro,
one.
I laughed my ass off at all that shit, dude. It was
Yeah,
so-
it was all fucking
oh,
hilarious. All of it.
It was
so good.
yeah. Chad Daddy.
Oh,
Sorry,
let's
I'm reminiscing
see.
now.
The latex face mold for Art the Clown was the same used by Michael Gianelli in All Hallows Eve. This had to be modified to fit David Howard Thornton's face. This added effort was in order to keep the look of the character consistent between film appearances.
Which, I mean, he pretty much does, but you could definitely tell Thornton's body type is a lot lankier.
Yeah,
and
and his
You
face,
could also-
his face is skinnier.
Yeah, you could tell the difference right away, although he still kept it pretty close.
He's got that Wicked Witch of the West fucking face.
Yes,
going on.
yes, exactly. Yeah.
That's why when he has that fucking hair on him, he looks like a fucking witch.
So, God damn it, I'm gonna do it again, even though I said, but that eye in the second one, I think I laughed the hardest is when he's in the fucking the cleaners and he's sitting there naked.
That fucking butt ass.
Fucking
naked.
just
Yes.
That is just such a disturbing just image, and I want it still framed and hung on my wall
But-
somewhere, like in the bathroom, dude.
No, the most for me in that scene is when the little girl just starts shitting
No,
all
alright.
over.
You know what? We never even talked about Art playing with shit in this movie, dude. So that is a
Oh
common theme,
yeah,
obviously,
we
with
forgot
Art.
about that part.
And he always likes to play with poo in the beginning of his movies. So.
He
Yeah,
even
All
did
Hallows
it
Eve?
in All Hallows Eve. Yep.
Played with poo. That was a much more poopy scene, if I remember. It's been a minute since I've seen All Hallows Eve.
I just watched it like a month ago, but now I can't remember.
Did
they-
he? What?
I don't think they showed it in All Hallows Eve. I think they just said it.
I
I
think
could be
you're
wrong.
right. No,
No,
think
I
you're
thought you
right.
saw it when after you killed the dude in the bathroom.
You might be right.
No,
God damn it!
no,
That just means I gotta watch it. Anyways, what else we got, Chad Daddy? Anything new to improve on?
Catherine Corcoran was filming Chuck and another horror movie during the making of this film, so she was making 3 movies at the same time. While Jenna Cannell was also filming The Bye Bye Man, the production had the difficult task of working around their shooting schedules for these other projects in order to film their scenes together.
Bye Bye Man sucked. What was
enjoyed
the other?
it.
What'd you say? What was the other? Chucky?
Chuck, just Chuck. I don't know what that is. I thought it was like
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say like the series Chuck, which
That's
don't
what I
know,
was
is that-
thinking,
that's
too.
Out of production, isn't it? It's just Sam.
The scene in the pizza parlor was filmed at Andy's Deer Hills Pizzeria in Deer Park, New York, which closed its doors for business in October of 2017.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so it was closed before this thing even really came out.
So I wonder if, like, that was just the production food for, like, you know what I mean?
That could be.
Like, they went to that restaurant. They're like, "Yo, man, we need you to make a bunch of pizzas for our crew, but at the same time, can we film here?" And
I could see that.
a lot of times, if you see pizza eaten in movies or anything like that, it's the staff food and shit that they're just using.
The thing that always bothers me, though, is you can tell it's old pizza because the cheese doesn't stretch.
Well, fucking what's her name was just ripping it apart like my daughter, and I was like, "Why do you? That's not how you eat pizza. Like, what are you doing?" Just drives me nuts.
Now you fold that shit.
It all depends on maybe. If
No,
it's
no,
got-
you make a pizza sandwich, 2 together, and eat.
All I know is I don't care how you eat your pizza, you just never fucking eat it with a fork.
That's just sacrilege all around.
Well, what
Depends,
if it's
depends.
Chicago style?
no.
Chicago style. How you fucking eating that like a slice?
Oh,
dude?
I fucking eat it like a sloppy motherfucker.
Well,
I
most
don't-
of us don't have Duke size hands, dude.
I don't
you-
like Chicago style pizza, so
don't
that
either.
would
That's not
never be
pizza.
an issue for me.
It's a
That's
pie.
that's a pie. That's not
Yeah.
pizza.
Yeah.
No, it depends. If the pizza's like really, really hot and I don't want to hold it, I'll start eating with a fork and finish eating it.
Hi, baby.
I will
Hi,
do the
Melody.
You know what, Chad? I am doing patient, and I will do the Hassafasas and fucking
Yep.
deal with it and burn my mouth. I
Like
remember
our-
one time getting so drunk at a party at a college one time at my buddy's college, and we got scalding hot pizza. Didn't realize it was scalding hot until the morning. I woke up and I was like, "Why can't I feel my tongue and mouth?" Oh, that's
If
why.
the pizza is not scalding hot,
It ain't. It
I don't
ain't
fucking
cooked.
want
See,
it. I don't
see
fucking want it.
Steph thinks I'm crazy because I've burnt my mouth so many times I don't even feel it anymore. Like I don't care how hot that food is. I'm
Now,
taking it.
are you saying, Steve, like, because my grandpa used to do this, I always thought he was crazy until I got older, and I was like, I totally get it. If they would get pizza delivered, and if it wasn't hot enough, he would still throw that shit in the toaster oven for like
Yep.
5 minutes. I
Yep.
was like,
I need it like it just came out of the fucking oven.
yeah, dude, I get it, man. Because when you get off the counter pie, dude, and then they throw it in there for 5
Yes,
minutes. to heat
Heather.
it up,
I'm with you,
It's
Heather.
all
Sometimes
soggy.
you have pizza that has so much sauce, the crust is so thin, you kind of have to eat with a fork, otherwise, because you can't hold it. It's just slopping everywhere.
Ew, that just sounds like shitty pizza.
Yeah.
Not always.
Yeah.
I don't like overly saucy pizza. That's just not.
No, it's
Okay.
got to have the right amount.
Since we're talking about pizzas, when you guys were
Sidebar.
kids, did you have the Chef Boyardee make at home pizzas?
No.
I
Yes.
remember them, but I hate Chef Boyardee everything. So no.
Those things were so good though.
They were
Back
good.
then, they were good.
If
No.
it, I was always afraid that the sauce would just smell like normal Chef Boyardee sauce, and that shit would make me gag. So no.
I
Never.
still miss the old school pan pizzas from school. I don't know if you boys had that.
Yes, that I
sheet-
yeah.
Oh, the
The
sheet
sheet
pizzas?
pan. Oh,
Yeah,
bro.
They still have them, literally.
Yeah, they do. They
Well,
still have
There is a brand that's just like it, and I'll have to ask Steph what it is. It tastes almost exactly like high school pizza. It starts with a D, and you can find it.
Oh, I know what
Not
you're talking about, but
DiGiorno.
now no, it's not the genre.
No, it's not. It's like Delalo or some
Yeah,
weird
yeah,
name
yeah.
like that.
I know what you're talking about because I see it every once in a while. I'm like, you still fucking make that shit?
We're in behind the scenes right now, honey.
And
She
we're
loves
clearly talking about
Chad. She loves your behind the scenes shit. Like that's her favorite part of the show.
Alright,
FYI.
thanks, Mel. I
Well, it's
appreciate
always
that.
it always feels like it's the juiciest. Sometimes you're like,
It is the juiciest.
Oh, so Ben, hold on. Ben said I brought pizza for Scoob last week, and he threw a tantrum because I threw a tantrum because it had everything on it but pepperoni, and it was cold as shit.
Wait, what do you mean? Like,
Wait.
how do you not? How do you have an everything pizza without pepperoni?
Yeah.
Wait. Did
What's
that
the
sound
everything?
reversed?
I
What's the
am a pepperoni pizza kind of guy. Throw some meats on there. I hate vegetables on my pizza.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I don't
I
like
won't do-
tons of veggies, but there's a few
No.
that I will meet you with. Not even
I
peppers.
don't want onions.
No,
I don't
some
want onions. I don't want peppers. I don't want none of that shit. I want a
Nah.
all meat pizza.
Give me
Okay.
mushrooms and maybe olives, but
Wait,
no.
wait. What about
nah.
what about Hawaiian?
No.
No.
No
Once in a
mushrooms.
blue moon.
I am
Once in a blue moon.
anti-pineapple on pizza, guys.
Oh,
Fuck
man,
that
I'm all
mushroom.
for that.
Mushrooms is not a food. It's a fucking fungus, and we eat it. Sorry, that's all I'm gonna say.
Look,
Yeah, it's got dirt all over it.
Exactly.
I ain't doing mushrooms. I'm not eating any kind of fungus, especially
Now
after
that's a way
watching
different
Last
pizza,
of Us.
bro. If you gave me a fucking,
a shroom pizza.
if you gave me a shroom pizza,
Well, then
That's a
maybe
whole
that's a little
different fucking
different. That's a
bag
whole
right
different
there.
trip right there.
right?
But
Go
no,
more
so
than
I
one
just-
slice.
I like pepperoni pizza. You throw some fucking bacon on there. Ooh, I love bacon
Mhm.
on pizza.
you know what's-
Bacon,
I love-
bacon and garlic.
I love ham. I don't know. There's just something about cooked
Chicken
ham on a
bacon
pizza.
ham, dude. Do chicken bacon ham.
I'm
next
not.
time you get pizza.
I'm not big on chicken on pizza. For some reason, that's the only meat I'm not really big on. I'll eat it, but it's not something that's like my favorite. And then
Next
I
time you're a
love.
little sauced, get chicken bacon ham.
I
dude.
Okay,
like
let me no. What you want? There's a restaurant, a local restaurant. It's about 20 miles from here. It's called the Pizza Pub. They have a chicken bacon ranch pizza that will change your life,
Chicken bacon ranch is always decent.
and it has like tomatoes on it. Oh my god, dude!
But my
Phenomenal.
favorite, hands down, my favorite pizza. Because a lot of times the sauce gives me really bad fucking indigestion. Like, I can't eat like Pizza Hut, Domino's. I can't eat that shit because it gives me really bad indigestion. So I love a good Alfredo pizza. I don't know if you boys have ever had an
Oh yeah,
Alfredo
dude, it's
pizza.
delicious.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Your ladies yelling at us.
Yeah. I'm a buffalo chicken pizza
Sorry,
guy,
honey.
and
Sorry,
yeah,
honey.
that's my shit.
Yo, man, from a dude who worked at a pizzeria, any free counter pie at the end of the night was my bag. So that's all that mattered. I just brought it all home.
All right,
Through it.
Chad, keep going.
Yeah.
We've had enough pizza.
Yeah, that was a good sidebar.
I'm hungry for pizza now. Thanks, guys. David Howard
Right?
Thornton describes art as an evil
Calzone.
Mr. Bean. No, we're not going down that
No,
rabbit
no,
hole.
no, no, no. Continue.
Describes art as an evil Mr. Bean. He was also inspired by other silent and physical actors such as Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton, Lon Chaney, Doug Jones, and Jim Carrey.
Yep.
Okay.
And they're all there. You can see them all. There's little aspects of each and every one of them in that character.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Gary playing art in the 90s?
Oh my god. I think I want to see that shit.
I loved him in what was that? 2023 or
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like, dude, like if you had him in a role like this, they would allow him to take that fit. Like,
dude, his
kinda
Ace
got-
Ace
kinda
Ventura
got that-
walk.
You kind of got that with The Mask. But that's a
Little bit.
complete 180 because he was so loud and boisterous as The Mask. I don't think
Could
I
you?
don't think it would I don't think Jim Carrey could do Art the Clown really.
I don't know, but
No?
imagine him killing somebody and then walking away with his Ace Ventura walk as Art the
Right?
Clown.
Loser.
or him doing that when he's like dressed with as the lady. or something like, you know.
That's
Oh.
just it. Jim Carrey is a very vocal as well as physical comedian, so I don't know.
I could see
I don't
him
know.
saying some pretty funny
just-
shit.
Like, I'm not saying it would work with Carrey now, but it would have to be like early 90s Carrey. But now I'm trying to envision what an early 90s Terrifier would be like.
I know, but
Terrible.
I'm suddenly liking the idea of Jim Carrey as a fucking Freddy Krueger,
Oh, I think he'd be awesome, dude.
which I think we've talked about that before.
Yes,
Well,
we
I
have.
think we did. We had a little sidebar about
Him
it.
or Kevin Bacon. One of the two.
Kevin.
would be
Oh, I
fine.
was about to say Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon would be good for the more serious, while Jim Carrey would definitely be of the more
Carrey can do
later.
serious.
No,
Carrey can do
yes, he
serious.
can. But like, if you were to go with just their personality in general, he's a little bit more later, where Freddy's like got all the lines, and Kevin Bacon's more like a little bit more not all the lines.
I feel like if that ever happened, people would expect Jim Carrey to be the more funnier version of
Yeah.
Freddy, and would bitch if he was to do it seriously.
That's
Yeah,
that's
gonna be
what I'm
something
getting
hard.
at too.
Yeah. That's still gonna have to wait like 10 more years to even like
Yeah.
phase in, because I feel like people are just almost, I hate to say it, but I almost feel like it's never gonna happen until England unfortunately passes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because he has set such a fucking bar that, you know what I mean? Like, and if he could still potentially do it, there's no reason.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I think he's even said more recently. He was like, "Guys, I can't do it." I'm
Oh, he
fucking
said that after the
physically
Goldberg.
He's like, he's like, "Guys, come on."
Listen,
I'm
And
done.
his health
Go
is not.
watch the Goldbergs if you want to see him as Freddy the one last
Yeah.
time. That's your thing. And that's it. But Chad Daddy, what else we got, homie?
Ooh, let's see. During the tunnel scene with the cat lady, portrayed by Puya Musini, while Art the Clown is holding her doll, Emily, David Howard Thornton found her performance so emotionally impactful it actually caused him to cry.
That's
Oh
awesome.
wow,
That's
it
wonderful.
was a touching scene, even though she was
was.
batshit crazy.
Well,
Mhm.
Yeah, but she was hot.
Yeah, borderline.
She was a hot homeless lady.
yeah, but yeah,
I've
I'm
seen
with
way
Chad.
worse homeless
Borderline.
ladies. It's not
Yes.
borderline anything, dude. Just
Yeah.
There wasn't really any ugly women in this, except
No,
for
No,
the after effect of Art eating her face, but that was a special effect.
well, you know,
Yeah, there really
I'm sure
wasn't.
You could throw the redhead in
No.
from the beginning. Totally works.
Oh,
You
dude, she
could.
was so hot.
Right?
that's yeah.
All right. What else we got, homies?
All
Anything
right.
else?
Ooh, let's see. We talked about this pre-show, but we haven't brought it up on here. David Howard Thornton's favorite fictional character is the Joker and hopes to one day portray him.
Aha. You know what? I'm rooting for him.
Me too.
Maybe with
That'd be nice.
what's his name rebooting fucking WB. Maybe he'll have a shot.
I'll tell you what, I wasn't too keen on the Joker cameo and the Batman, so he could definitely be better than that.
It was so bad.
Yeah, I didn't like that by any means. And it wasn't anything per the. I didn't like the look of it.
Yeah,
The
they need to
boil.
give us the traditional Joker look. I'm tired of them doing the
Just, like,
scars
overly
and
fucked up
fucking
shit.
overly
Well,
fucked up. Like,
Even Jack Nicholson's like his face had like, you know what I mean? It was like that
Yeah.
permature, but it was supposed to be just the permanent smile. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I agree
We
with
need,
us,
some-
Steve.
we need something that's like the classic Cesar Romero Joker, but not the painted over mustache.
Huh.
I'd be fine with it. Bro, if they brought 1960s Batman back, I would be all about that shit. I would not care. You could do it in the right ridiculous way.
I don't know. I think they tried that with Batman and Robin. Look where that went.
Oh my God, shut up, Ben. You've never even seen the Joker.
Wait, what? I hate
He's
when
always
they-
complaining about Joker, and he's never seen the movie.
I've also never seen it.
Same.
I've never had any.
I-
I've not had drive to see it, unfortunately.
I
It's a
thought
good
it was
flick.
good. Yeah,
I'm
it
not
is.
saying it's not, but I have no interest in seeing a Joker flick without Batman in it. Like, it's just like me.
That's Ben's thing. His thing is Joker never had an origin story, so that's why he doesn't want to watch this one.
Yeah, dude. Like, if you're gonna give me origin Joker, give me the Red Hood.
Yeah.
Like his OG Red Hood. Give me that shit.
Yep. As
Don't
far as
give
I'm
me
concerned,
like. Don't give me that. Oh, I have PTSD because society. Yeah, people suck. We all know.
Yeah, that is
Dude,
true.
dude, thank you. That just reminded me. You mentioned Red Hood. That one we mentioned Brave and the Bold.
Yep.
There was an episode where they were in an alternate reality, and
Red Hood
the
was the good guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was fucking awesome.
yeah, and you don't find out to the very end that he's the Joker. You know, which we knew, but most people wouldn't have.
Right. Yeah, old school classic Red Hood was cool.
Yeah.
Kind of like a what do I want to say? Magneto look almost a little bit.
Yeah, I bet.
Solid head though, or solid helmet. But all right. Anyways,
Last thing, Art the Clown's flail is made out of the hair of Art's victims along with sharp metal implements. This
wait,
favorite.
what?
Whoa. Wait a minute.
That wasn't rope. That was his victim's hair.
Fuck
Holy
off.
shit!
That's a lot of hair.
Times better.
That's more fucked up.
I am in love.
I'm so
So,
glad you told me
who
that.
did
So
he
if I
kill
do
before?
make that, I need to make it out of wig hair, dude.
But
to make
who
it
did he
appropriate.
kill before?
The kids and the bitch from fucking All Hallows Eve, bro. And that other chick that he cut in like slut and whore and everything else.
But
fucking cut off
Gallo said that Leone said that it's not canon to Terrifier.
I didn't think it was. I mean, it's not. I know, but it should be. It could be. Why can't it be, dude? He pops out of a fucking VHS, dude, and then the shit compares to the second one. It totally makes sense.
That is true. He's right.
Yeah, I don't know. But you said that was it for behind the scenes, though, homie?
That's it. Left on a high note, buddy.
Alrighty, good.
That's it for me.
Awesome,
Good night, everybody.
dude. That's right. I'm out.
You made some fun. You made some fun.
Oh, dude, that's I've been doing that almost every night. Is watching a couple episodes of Seinfeld. It's on like I don't remember what channel it's on, but I've watched some really good ones lately.
Hell
They
yeah,
have
dude.
they have it on Comedy Central now too.
That might be it.
It's always so nice when you don't have to decide which episode to watch. You're just like, okay, here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
need all of y'all's addresses so I can send y'all my lovely fucking
Oh my
portrait.
god, yes.
Yo, seriously, yo, that's I'm gonna.
Steve Duction.
I will send you the
I
address.
can't
I'm
believe you
gonna send
actually
you my
did that.
address
It's so
for right
great.
now.
I'm just upset. I bought it for Mel for Christmas and she still hasn't hung it up.
She's pregnant, dude. She can't reach it.
She could no.
That's horrible.
That's
She's not
no
that pregnant
excuse.
yet.
Yeah,
I'm
It's no
giving
excuse.
her excuses. All right.
it's no
All right.
excuse.
So, gentlemen, what format did you watch this on?
Actually, Tubi.
Tubi as well.
I watched it on
Free and
Screambox.
Shutter. Would you watch it on?
Screambox.
Oh, you have Screambox.
I do.
Is it free or is it you
No.
pay for it?
It's
Yeah,
like
pay
I
for
think it's like $3 a month. It's not that much.
Oh, it's a cheaper Shutter. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm gonna order the DVD for this. So
I know, dude. Why don't
They have
just
it
need a
on sale
2-pack?
right now on Amazon for $14.99.
They just need
Yeah,
a 2-pack, damn it. I want to buy a 2-pack.
well, one company made one, but it had so much shit in it. It was like $100 for it.
Ugh. I don't know. That for 2 movies. All right. Douche of the film.
See, this is my issue. Who is really a dude? You can't. Besides Art, like we already knew that.
I mean, obviously, yeah, Art is literally like one of the douchiest probably killers out there because he's just doing shit just to fuck with you at this point.
The fucking medical examiner was very douchey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know if he was.
I
I,
don't
feel
know,
like
but-
he's just a hardened dude that's
He's
dealt-
a douche.
Dude, he just worked 24 hours. They bring in
Homie,
3 cadavers,
no.
and now he's like,
Wait,
shit.
wait, wait. All right. Steve's going to give you on a side note, but you could almost make this a whole list of douchey medical practitioners. And I would still say the highest bar set is our beloved part 4s for biggest douche and perv. Because this guy, at least,
Yeah.
he's just like, this guy's at least like, you know, dead bodies. He's like, just give me something with bacon. I just need bacon.
That's all he needs.
Right. I need the grease.
Well,
Keep it
I
going.
also like when he said to the lady, he's like, honey, when you've seen a woman, like,
When you see a baby micro, a 3 or
8-month
8-month-year-old,
8-month-old microwave to
Microwave.
death.
microwave day, he's like, everything after that's just,
old hat.
Old hat.
And right, dude, you've been doing that shit for 20 years, man. You're just. I don't think he was a douche. I just think he was.
no.
He was that
Mhm.
tired line chef that's been at the restaurant for way too fucking long, and he's ready to go.
Well, then I mean, okay, then we really don't have a douche of the film.
I'm gonna give douche to the older sister because she didn't care that her baby sister was stranded. She had a midterm the next day.
Oh, the only
but
reason
she's
she
so
left
weird.
because but she
Yeah,
only
yeah.
left because her roommate was about to fuck right next to her because she didn't give 2 shits. Oh, you're here? Oh,
Well, I'm still
I was
horny.
like, I
Get out.
love that, dude. Like, right? Like, don't care.
Give me
Okay.
that dick.
I mean, maybe that dude was hoping for a 3-way, but obviously.
He probably was.
They're
It's
college
college.
kids.
It's
yeah.
college. It would have
That's
happened.
exactly what he was expecting.
Yeah, I mean, because Mike was a good guy. The other guy, you didn't really know enough about. He came up to check on Mike.
Yeah.
The pizza
I mean,
guys.
really,
they
the
were
only person going around fucking shit up was Art.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was.
Well, Art
I
is
mean,
the
But
douche.
we don't
of
want to
the
give him
we-
the douche.
But we
Yeah, but
have
he kinda-
to.
bro.
I'm-
This is
I'm
You
still-
don't have to.
I'm still
This
giving
is
it to
no
Victoria.
That's fine. I'm gonna have to give it to Art only because Art is not even a slasher that I can feel sorry for. Jason, I can kind of feel sympathetic. Leatherface, feel sympathetic. Freddy, no, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like
there's no sympathy for
Michael,
Freddy.
not really.
No.
But you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Unfortunately, I got to give it to the killer.
I'm
Usually
actually going to go with there no douche because I can't really think of one that's so douchey. Like I need some really douche shit.
Yeah, I laugh too much at Art for him to be the douche of the film. So I'm also gonna say I can't pick a douche of the film.
No douche. No douche.
No douche for this one. No.
All right then.
All right. You know what? I'll agree with that. It's a no douche format. Favorite kill.
Oh.
Not Saw.
Oh, come on!
Favorite kill that's not the split.
That's right.
Well, then, all right. So then, actually, I could go with my.
Because I feel like
kill.
that would just be an easy across the board.
So then, I would go with my favorite kill. Although we
probably all agree that that's the best kill of the film.
Yes,
that
is
is
the death of the homeless woman, and when you see him dressed up. So I would consider that a kill. So yes,
she was still kind of alive when we saw her, though, so we don't even know how she.
I think
died.
I think she probably.
She definitely died. I mean,
she would have bled to death for sure.
She
I'm
got
going
skinned.
with the gunshot.
Yeah,
I'm going with.
I mean, that was
when
that was
Art
pretty
kills
brutal because he
himself.
didn't. Oh, that
No,
was.
no, when Art kills himself. That was my favorite kill. That was my favorite kill because I didn't see that coming.
No,
my favorite was Mike getting his head stomped in.
Ooh,
that was so brutal. Which apparently they stole for Halloween Ends, but it got cut out.
Yeah, but then when you get in Halloween 18,
he's got a point.
Isn't that how he kills the doctor dude?
That's he literally stomps one stomp and his head's out
like hamburger meat. Oh man. Damn it, Scoob threw on a fucking I wasn't even thinking about Art killing himself. Like, that
was pretty gnarly.
And who else has done that? Who else has done that?
You know what?
Nobody that we could think of.
I think I'm gonna go with one of the first kills in the beginning, man. With the pizza guy. After he got done cleaning up the shit.
He got stabbed over and over.
Yeah, Art was just fucking with him, dude. After he cleavered his hand off and then just, oh man. He like stabbed him in the cheek. Like, ow. And then just, I don't know, man. Any kill in this would be a solid choice, really. Like, I mean, Mike gets bludgeoned with a hammer, but then he still gets head stopped. So, like, that dude just gets fucked all around.
Literally.
Okay. Best scene.
The pizza
shop
where he's
shop?
watching them. Yeah,
I love
that. Is a great intro scene, man. I might have to agree with you guys.
That was. I've rewatched that scene so many times. It's not even funny. Just his facial expressions. They get me every time. I can't help it.
Because it's like but it's like with her, like her ambiance off of it. Like you totally feel for her, and like you're like, oh my god, dude, this is like. That's like half of the cosplayers that Bobby could probably attest to at the show sometimes that are just creeping on women because they're trying to be in character. Myers guys, we're looking at you.
As someone who's in character most of the time, that's just gross to watch it from the eyes of somebody else.
It really is, dude. But like, that's why I don't do the in character shit. I'm still me, just in.
I do it to be fucking scary, not to be creepy. There's a big difference.
Yeah, but the problem is, a lot of people, unfortunately, don't see the scary; they see the creep. So I'm not saying on your factor. A lot of other guys, man, they just do that thing where they stare at you from fucking 15 feet away, trying to be like, "Oh, like okay."
You do. I see it all the time, and it just makes me go like this, like, oh, dude.
Bro, those are some desperate boys. Those boys are the poster boys for bordellos being legal.
Yes.
No, Steve.
That's a whole nother listen. That's a whole nother conversation. I can't get into that.
That could be a machine shop conversation right there.
Well,
creepy guys.
Well, there is a new episode I'm going to have this week, so it might have to be a conversation piece.
There you
go. Oh man. All right.
I'm going to say my favorite
scene, dude. Go ahead,
mine is the split scene, but not because of the kill, but because of his facial expressions and how
his mannerisms,
and he's toying with the friend. You know, she's sitting there. Like I said, we think she's the final girl, and she's having to watch this horrific fucking thing happen to her friend. You know, get hacksawed from fucking coochie to fucking head.
I'll even give you, like, especially the setup right prior, like when she first wakes up and he's like going through the weapons and seeing which
Yeah.
one she freaks out more on,
Yeah.
because that buildup is just like, fuck, dude. You know what I mean? Like, Joe wants to see Art and Freddy working together. I don't think Art would work with anybody. I think
No.
he's too much
He'd
of a
fucking try to
wild
kill-
card.
He tried to kill Freddy.
Bro,
I think Freddy
he'd
would
be
get
what's his
pissed
name
off
in
at him.
yeah, he'd be what's his name in fucking Always Sunny. He'd cut the brakes and just be like, yeah, wild card. Just jump
Yeah.
out the back.
Fucking Charlie.
Yeah, dude.
Freddy would just get pissed off at him, like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" I swear
Right?
to God.
Like Freddy would try to be pull out, like he would be setting up a joke and Art would just come in and fuck it up
With the
completely.
Yes.
with the
Yes.
horn.
Yes.
That would be all right. You know, and I'm glad they brought the horn in too, right at the end, like when he was just fucking with her when she got into the warehouse, just like no. Because I don't know what it is, but like, oh man. So like we were doing a shoot and I was just there hanging out, but Jordan was dressed as Art that day, and he had his horn, dude, and it was just I was geeking out because I was loving it too. It was so good. Like I will say, as far as like character wise, that's got to be one of the most fun to be able to portray, like in costume.
You could
Just
do.
because you could do anything.
Yeah, you
like,
could fuck with anybody. and
Damn you,
anything.
you skinny bastards.
right? Like I am way too fat. Like unless they bring in a fat Art in 3, which hey, Leon, if you're listening,
Fuck him up a little bit.
bring in Fart. He'll be fat Art.
Dude, I said that same shit. I literally fucking told him that shit when I met him. I was like, hey, bro, if you need like Art's like fat cousin, I'm down to be Fart.
Well, now wait a minute. So if part 3 gets Fart, part 4 better get Bart, and he's the buff Art. Okay. Like,
I mean, dude, if you're gonna go with like a full like Shazam family of Arts, dude, I am totally fine.
oh yes, please.
Oh man, this would be fucking great.
I could be Mark, midget Art.
Yeah. Oh my god. Like a little
Oh god, let's do this for a con. We got to do this for a con, all of us.
It's like
Just a
that's fat Art,
triage
just
of
buff Art.
Oh my god, dude, that'd be fucking fantastic.
Oh, that'd be fucking great.
All right, so opening scene, did it hook you in? Yeah,
Oh,
man. It was
yes.
him
Yeah, fuck
building
yeah.
tools and shit. It was cool
Yeah.
as fuck. I love
Yeah.
that shit. It was that montage scene, but right in the opening credits. It's perfect.
Like Nightmare on Elm Street.
Exactly.
yeah.
Okay. Most attractive character.
I would have to say Tara, the girl we thought was going to be the final girl.
Okay, I gotta go. I gotta agree with you because I looked up pictures of her when she's not in this, and there's like all these pictures of her, like her hair, like head is shaved and everything. Still hot as fuck.
You're welcome.
I mean, I probably have to agree with you guys because, I mean, I would take any of the brunettes, but I think she was definitely the cutest for sure. But all the ladies in this, were, like, there was no like,
There was
you know
no,
what I mean? Like the blonde girl was cute as hell. I think her personality I'd be more attracted to. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna
see
go
that.
with the reporter.
the redhead,
Ooh,
That's my-
yeah.
She's a close second for me.
there you
Yes.
go.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Did they bring her back in the second one? I feel like they did. Okay, that's what I thought. All right. Score set the mood. Yeah, dude.
Oh, of course.
It was like
Yes.
super old school synthesizer. Fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
The build up with that score was wonderful.
Okay.
Someone
Wasn't-
talk to Joe, goddammit, because he keeps wanting to talk about the pizza guys.
The pizza guys
about the
were
pizza guys?
Joe's choice. Those were Joe's
just-
choice
Oh.
for sexiest character.
For sexiest characters,
Yes.
Joe likes them thick boy Italians. Bobby, watch out.
I don't know
Not
how to
Italian,
feel
but-
about that statement.
He likes a thick Sicilian.
Joe,
right.
Joe, give me a call. It's okay. I love you. Give it a call. It's okay.
Fucking A. Was it scary? Honestly, yeah. I was a
Yes.
little
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
the first time watching this, I was definitely like,
Especially
Like
if you're not
flat-
fond of clowns.
Oh, if you're
Yeah,
not fond
that's-
of clowns.
'cause
Oh,
that's I remember when I first got Jen to watch it because she hates clowns, dude. She does. And I was like, yo, you're gonna want to I'm like, I don't know if you're gonna want to watch this, but I'm like, I want you to watch it because it's dope slasher.
I just showed Steph a picture of Art the Clown last night, and I'm like, "Yeah, this is this week's movie." She's like, "Nope, not watching it. Nope."
Which is perfect because like that's why I picked that trailer because it had that whole thing about the fear of clowns at the beginning. I was like, that's cool.
Mel has a thing for clowns, so
Yeah.
we were good with her watching it.
So she has a clown fetish, not a clown phobia.
Jesus Christ.
So
Well, then.
don't dress as Captain Spaulding. Okay, got it.
You don't dress as Captain.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I was
I'm
saying.
going dress as Captain
You can
Spaulding.
dress as
All right,
Right?
Joe, easy. Yes, I know I would rip you in half. I've heard other people.
Yeah, it would sideways too. All right.
You'd be
So
looking like the split.
yeah, does it
And-
hold up
and-
today?
But Joe, it won't be in your dreams.
Ooh, could be next Monster Mania.
Exactly.
Does it hold up today? It's
Yeah.
not even
Yeah.
that
Oh
fucking
yes, of course.
Yeah.
It does.
Within the last several years. So
It's perfect.
acting, I'd say pretty good. Like
Yep.
Yeah,
Except for the homeless woman, I didn't buy her.
she wasn't.
Despite her performance moving David Harthorne to tears,
She didn't seem homeless. She
she
seemed
didn't sell it to me.
psychotic, like something was wrong more than homeless.
that's
That-
fair.
You know.
There's a little bit of both. Like maybe she like that's why she's homeless is because obviously
Okay,
she
you know
clearly had-
what she reminded me of? She reminded me of the characters in like the Italian horror movies that we watched. That's like dubbed over,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
dubbed over in
yeah.
kind of like a monotone. That's what it made me think of.
Okay.
Fair enough on that.
I feel like they just needed to like do something different with her hair. Her hair looked too clean for her being homeless. Now maybe she was like recently homeless, but clearly she had mental issues. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's usually for those characters, you don't get as much of them like you did in this movie. You know what I mean? Usually they're like 2-bit side character. Like this was Crazy Ralph, but we got way more of her than we ever did of Crazy Ralph.
Yeah.
So I can see that. Cinematography, it
all
worked.
right.
It wasn't anything
it worked for what it was.
fantastic.
I like the shots where they're like peering through the crack of something.
Ooh, the eye hole scene was cool
Yes.
when he was like doing his chicken lady thing.
Yeah, but again,
Uh,
this $35,000 budget, you're not going to
Yeah.
get Bundy.
No, but once again, noting on the lighting and everything like that, I thought that shit was all fantastic. A lot of
Yeah.
good blues and reds. Okay, and did we like the premise?
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Psychotic killer clown, give it to me every day.
And he blew his own brains out. What a guy.
Yeah, dude, this was murderous clown. Overused, but totally worked well.
Hold on.
Go ahead. What?
I know we weren't talking about part 2, but how did the fucking dad die in part 2?
They never discussed it.
It was no.
Yeah.
That's
there
why I
was
thought
no-
the dad was Art at one point.
That's what
I
I,
thought
was
that-
thinking too.
In the second one, I swear to God, dude, I was going like in this whole direction. I was like, did the dad go so far off the end that he became Art in order for his daughter to like outlive her, like that fantasy of that RPG, whatever the fuck?
That's
Like,
that's
I was
what
like, this is some
thought, too.
crazy Dungeon and Dragon shit going on.
I thought the
could've
same thing.
swore-
Something.
I could have swore the friend told her boyfriend in the
Oh,
car
wait.
when they were waiting for her.
He went crazy. I think. God, I can't remember.
Wait, what do you?
We're talking about the second one where we find
Right.
out what. Yeah.
The but
Because
you never.
remember the friend is sitting in the car talking with the guy she was gonna fuck when what's her name went to the amusement park to look for her brother,
Mhm.
and he's like she's telling him what happened, about the dad, and I could have swore she said how the dad fucking died.
No, I
'Cause he
think
committed
she.
suicide.
No, she did. She did say how he died.
Yeah,
Now
but
he's-
Watch it tonight.
I feel like that it was said, but it was also kind of like she wasn't really sure of whatever like happened to him, and that's why I thought like maybe he became Art. But then I feel like by the time you got to the end,
See,
of
I
it,
thought
I'm
it
like,
had something.
well,
I thought it had something to do with him running his car off the road.
or was like, or did Art kill him?
See, that's what I was thinking. Because if it
He
was
was
like-
murdered, wasn't he? Was that what it was? Like,
No, I don't think he was
I'm gonna
murdered.
see
I
if
thought he
it's-
committed suicide.
Hold on.
but he drew. See, that's the thing, dude. Like the second one
He
is
drew
such
Art.
a fucking right. But did he create Art, or was he dreaming of Art like Freddy style in like New Nightmare? You know what I mean? Where like
We'll find out in part 3.
I'm hoping.
or we won't.
Fucking
I
won't.
could-
and it's going to be more confusing, and they're going to be like part 4.
And then we'll find out in part 4.
That's right, maybe. But either way, we are on Recycle, Rewind, Remake, or Reboot. I'm going to rewind
Rewind.
this bitch for days.
Rewind and
Uh,
rewind.
Yeah. Okay, let's rate it. Not Bobby. Brody started us off with a 3.8. So Scuba, what you got?
I'm giving it a 4.
Solid 4. All right, Mr. Ramone,
Same thing. Solid 4.
solid 4. Chad Daddy,
4 for me as well.
4. And I'm going to go with a 4 as well because it feels just about right. Okay, so that gives us a 3.96, which would be
A 4.
a 4.
So, funny thing, that is a downgrade from the original score. The
Really?
original score was 4.25.
Oh,
Oh.
So
Hmm.
I'm not sure who rated it higher on that, but yeah.
Well, I really like it, but I feel like try to write it a higher 4. Like, I just feel like the cinematography and the story was obviously lacking too.
Here's why I could, and I it sucks that this is how my brain works. I like part 2 way more than I do part
Mhm.
You're
1.
scaling it now, aren't you?
So I
That's-
have to
I
scale
think-
it because I know
think
we're
me
gonna
too.
do part 2. Eventually
fine.
we'll do part 2. And it for me, the score has to be higher for part 2.
I'm not. I feel like that's probably where I'm at as well. Because I feel like you're just instantly scaling it. We've been talking about 2 this
yeah, I
whole
think-
time because we've
I
seen
think
it.
I think that influenced my score this time as well.
And that's not to saying like a 4 is bad by any means. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
no,
That's
not
still
at all.
fucking high. But yeah, dude, honestly, if you gave me this without seeing the second one, I probably would have given it a 4.5
Yeah.
easily. But the second one just takes in a whole different ride. All right, so that's pretty good. Next episode, gentlemen, what are we doing, Chad Daddy?
Next episode is a horror comedy, believe it or not. We're doing Idle Hands.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
It's been talked about a lot, so we're finally getting around to that.
Like we've been talking about that for like the last 2 years. Solid.
okay.
Seems that way, yeah.
Real quick. I know we just ended on art, but now here's how it is. So there was a curse of the Shaw family. So in Terrifier 2, Sienna and Jonathan's father died from an accident caused by his brain tumor. But in the months that preceded his death, the man started to have visions about Art, his murders, and the gruesome fate waiting for his children. So
What if the tumor is Art and he became Art?
maybe, but it
It's
says
not a tumor.
But it says he
Maybe
died.
that was the accident. Maybe
He's-
that was the accident because of the
Maybe.
tumor, and he kills himself to get the tumor out of his brain.
I'm just saying, like, as we know where Art comes out of in the second one, and he
I
can
was
like
thinking that
spawn
too.
himself. Why couldn't he just be like a little leech in the brain? I'm having this weird Beavis and Butthead thing where I just see a little sperm like Art head, just like fucking wiggling through and like doing his thing.
It's all-
Yeah, and it's like hitting the brain, and then it just gets mad. I don't know, man. The third one's gonna be a wild ride. I just hope, just like they learned from this one going into that, I hope they learned from the second one going into the third one. Just bring it back on the
Yeah,
time.
I was thinking scale it back a little.
Yeah, 3 hours was a little much.
Well,
Still
hopefully
enjoyable,
because
but-
we already have the characters built up from
Right,
the
you
second
won't-
one, they
won't
don't
need
have
much.
to give that in depth of a story.
I mean,
For
I would like
about
a
those
little bit more.
characters.
I'd say I'd like some more background story than anything, but I don't know.
Well, yeah, but give us,
What if they
some
fuck with us,
answers.
dude? What if they go,
dude.
what if they go other style? Wait, what? Why do I have 2 Bobs? There's Bob. What if they go like prequel style with the third one? Just to fuck
I was
with us?
totally going to fucking. I was totally thinking the same thing.
Like, what was that? Paranormal Activity style. Where you
Yeah.
explain a little bit more with the third one, and then you go back with the fourth one. Oh man, I hope not. But at the same time, maybe. Who knows? Alrighty, gentlemen. Anything nerdy to discuss?
I thought there was something I wanted to bring up. Hold on, let me look. You guys.
By all means. I know we got some Ghostbuster updates coming.
Yeah, buddy.
So get your Twitch ready to get the Ectoplast skins.
Yeah, talk about that real quick while I take a look because there was something I wanted to.
So
Oh,
there's gonna be 4
just
different.
I was just going to mention real quick that the last, not the last was the People Under the Stairs is getting a 4K release.
Oh no
Nice.
shit.
Yeah.
You know what else I just saw getting a 4K release, which I didn't even know was a fucking movie, but it was this movie called, I think, Envy, with Ben Stiller and Jack Black from like 2004. I saw it from Dawn of the Disc just released it. And I was like,
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
why is anybody re-releasing that fucking movie? Like, who the hell asked for that? But no, with the Ghostbusters update, you're gonna get 4 different ectoplasts, like, which look pretty fucking dope. They're like demonic skins, but you got to watch Twitch streams for them. And there's gonna be 4 separate ones for that. And then the update's gonna have Muncher, the RGB pack, which is the real Ghostbuster shit, which is fucking
Mhm.
dope. And then the snowsuits as well. So it's gonna be a sweet free update.
I would like for them to do like a lot of like the different RGB shit, like different outfits and stuff.
So they're bringing in the different hairstyles and more
Yeah.
like face modifications, so you could do that. They already have the outfits in there. If you get up to the 100, like all throughout the colors and stuff, because like Egon's is 50. But I think it's cool that they're bringing in like the belt gizmo and they're making that like an operational device. And they're also bringing in, if you guys remember the trap, they were in one scene in Ghostbusters 2, but they were the standing upright traps in the China shop or in the
Yeah.
dealership. They're bringing those into the fucking game. And then they also were making a different pulse for the PPE meter to where you're going to have a different option. So now you can actually have the actual taser. So you're going to have to touch them, but it stuns them longer. So it's going to be a pretty fucking solid update for it.
Do you think they would ever do the slime blower?
I fucking
At some
hope.
point. At some point.
If they're already doing the RGB shit, that's a good sign that they'll probably throw in 2016 just for the fuck of it. Because I still like the gear. I thought the gear at least was cool enough.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They could do that, and then they could they could start doing crazy shit. Like they can make Kenner packs. Like they can just give you a Kenner aesthetic, dude. You could just have.
I need extreme Ghostbuster.
Extreme Ghostbusters,
shit.
dude.
But yep. I want a wheelchair.
You're not Garrett, dude. You don't.
I want a goddamn wheelchair.
Garrett should have had the coolest proton pack setup, though, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he should have been fully mounted to the chair at all times, but it never was. It was on his back.
Yeah,
which I feel like would be really shitty to sit in the chair.
Yeah,
it would be. That'd be very uncomfortable.
It should have always been on the chair. It never made fucking sense to me. I was like, why didn't Egon's a goddamn scientist? He could have fucking just take some anything just to rig that shit up. But anything else nerdy, gentlemen?
Nothing really sticking out.
The Last of Us 2 got picked up for a second season.
I
still gotta watch the first one.
I've saw the first 2 episodes. I haven't seen the third one yet. First 2 episodes were great. I'm hearing mixed reviews on the third episode because it takes a turn from the
original
source
story.
material. So I haven't seen it yet. So
interesting.
So far, so good on what I've seen.
That's the one with what's his name from Parks and Recs, right? The new episode, the third episode. Yeah. Okay, it's been a minute since I've actually played the OG game. But
same.
I wouldn't even remember. I would just be going in pretty much blind again. It's like, okay, I remember the beginning. I'm gonna cry.
Dude, my son was like, I'm not gonna fucking watch it. This and that, talking all this shit, and I'm like, dude, watch the first episode. You're gonna fucking love it. Because I remember when he played it, he fucking cried his eyes out in that first part.
How could you not?
Yeah. Right? So he comes into my fucking room after watching the first episode and he goes, I fucking hate you. I hate you. I was like, I told you were gonna like it, bitch.
Yo, cool thing that where that was shot. That location for that thing. That's Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Town. Which they're actually in production right now for the next one.
Yeah, buddy.
Fuck yeah, dude.
In London though.
That's where they're shooting.
Ghostbusters International. Here we come, baby.
Just don't do what you did with Men in Black International. That'd be fine.
It's probably also cheaper to shoot there and make sets.
I need more of the ghosts in this. I need more ghosts and I need original story in this, which is why I'm glad they're not going to be in New York, which I'm sure it'll partly be in New York, but I'm glad we're getting...
See, are they actually in Europe or are they just filming in Europe?
I think they're filming in Europe.
I thought they were just filming in Europe.
I thought it was taking place.
Well, no,
I heard the story was going to take place in London.
I thought they were filming there because you can make sets over there that are a lot cheaper in like warehouses and shit, which is what they've done for years.
From what I've seen is the script is tailored to UK ghosts.
I mean, that's fine if they're bringing in an ultimate big new baddie, which they should. Yeah. Everybody was saying they should recycle Vigo. I'm like, no, stop doing that.
We don't need recycled shit.
You can go through the comics.
Hey,
which literally has every iteration of every ghost that's been in any other fucking iteration of Ghostbusters and just take from that.
Maybe it'd be the ghost of Jack the Ripper.
I'd
want some like old European. Well, maybe that'd be too close to Vigo. I was thinking like some Viking dude.
I would like that and so a little more ghost busting. It is time.
You're not going to get that. You're only going to get 2 to 3 scenes of ghost busting. That's literally the formula of the movies.
I feel like we're going to get a new team. We have to get a new team.
Yeah, it's time. Yeah.
because the guys are old. So we're gonna have to get introduced to whoever's taking over.
I would just like the fact that Ray is there like he is in the game. Like he literally knows all this shit and just wants to tell you it. Like
I
would
can't
love
believe they
that.
got Murray to sign back on. I think that was my biggest shocking thing. I
Yeah.
was like, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't think there was any real reason to necessarily bring him back. Not that I don't like the character, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Maybe he'll finally get his wish and he'll get killed off so he can come back as a ghost.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't think they would do that because we just got Egon Ghost. I don't think they'd give us Venkman
Yeah.
Ghost in the
But
next movie.
But I like the idea of Winston being the lead of, okay, you guys are the new team. We'll train you and you got to do. I literally put some elements of the game to this. Like it was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And
they will.
And
This
they have,
podcast is coming into the game too.
you know,
Not
but
in this first update, but
you know, I don't need OG's ghost busting, but what I would like is a training scene with Winston.
you probably will have that
There goes
going
Bobby
into
again.
this one. Yep. No, I know where Bob's going with this though, but you probably will have a good like, all right, guys, you did this, but let me show you some tricks, tricks of the trade. And I hope you do get a sweet fucking montage.
What if we get Oscar back as a Ghostbuster?
Eh.
Dude,
I'd
They're
rather
gonna
have.
they're gonna tie in GB2 somehow. They will in this one. I guarantee it.
I mean, maybe that's where Oscar is. Maybe Oscar's in Europe, dude, and some shit's going around him, and then he calls them in because he followed in his mom's footsteps of doing like the classical art shit, or classical like theater, or Jesus Christ, I can't even talk, like instrumental stuff, choir or whatever.
Yeah.
And maybe he's doing it over there. I don't know.
I fucking want Rick Moranis back.
Yeah.
Man, if he came back for a goddamn cell phone
commercial. Yep.
you should come back. I mean, it is Ryan Reynolds, and I understand.
And
Ryan Reynolds asked me to do anything, I would too.
So I've been watching The Real Ghostbusters,
On
and
Amazon.
I completely forgot that in later episodes they
Lewis
brought
is in it.
in fucking
Yeah.
Lewis and
because that was after
forgot.
GB2, so they
Yeah.
brought in Lewis and they changed up Janine, and then they were dating in
Yeah.
the show. Oh yeah.
Oh, that was when it switched over to Slimer and the Real Ghostbusters.
Nope.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It was right before they
Yeah.
became Slimer. And
Oh,
It was
okay.
like a mid-season change, but that's when the original Venkman voice actor got kicked off because of fucking Bill Murray. And then they ended up putting on the dude who did the guy from Full House when they
Yeah,
brought in Dave
Dave
Coulier.
Coulier. Yeah.
Yep. Because
So-
he didn't like the original guy because it was the voice of Garfield, and he's like, no, blah blah blah.
And then
And
he
then he ends up playing
voicing
Doc
But he
Garfield.
is fucking
Yeah.
being Garfield, yeah, right?
So Mel's been watching it with me, and she's like, "Slimer's fucking annoying." I was like, and that's a lot of the bitching that people have for this show is that once it went to Slimer and the Ghostbusters,
It was more Scooby Doo shit.
exactly.
It sucked.
Yeah.
It sucked. Because then
why I
they
stopped
introduced the
watching.
little kid Ghostbusters, dude, and
Yeah.
then there was the Ghostbusters Junior with their sweet go kart.
So I kind of don't want to keep like there was a race like I just watched the racing
first-
episode
the
and I was
first
like
3 to 4 seasons, dude, are like the solid shit, and then
Yeah.
after that, it's like.
so I'm like I'm gonna skip this and I'm gonna watch Extreme Ghostbusters because that was
Extreme is dark.
yeah I love it though
Like a lot, like my daughter. I had my daughter watching when she was younger. She was actually kind of getting because there was one episode straight up that mimics Hellraiser.
yeah
And like these
Yeah.
ghosts go around killing motherfuckers in this
Yep.
episode, dude. And they are not shy about it, which is like, holy fuck, dude. What the hell?
and it's on Crackle for free.
Yes, it is.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah. Stream Ghostbusters is cool, man. They didn't get it. And you know what? I even like the intro in that. A lot of people did it.
Yeah.
I like the redubbing of it. Anything else nerdy, gentlemen, before we cap this shit?
I got nothing.
All right. So remember, stay tuned next week for Idle Hands, where you can watch it pretty much on everywhere, Prime and all that good shit. It's
Mhm.
nothing, doesn't seem like it's streaming anywhere for free per se.
Not that
but-
I could see. I checked today.
But it is out there, easy enough to find. We will. What the fuck is that?
Dude, my
Bob.
internet, I don't know what the hell is up. It's bad. This is
It's all right. We're signing out
Yeah,
anyways.
it's time to get out
Accidentally
there.
touched one of my lightsabers and
Oh.
it fucking
Oh,
Oh, Scuba, you want to start us off, homie?
As always, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host with the ghost, the prince of the paranormal, the duke of the dead, Lord Scuba Cabra, saying, catch me and TJ Bowser this Thursday on a very, very special UFO episode of Somewhat Supernatural.
Ooh, nice.
There you
Bob,
go. This is your Kill Machine, Bobby Amon saying stay tuned for Machine Shop this week. And we'll see you next week.
Hell yeah.
Keeping it short. Just
Yeah.
keeping it short.
Good
This
deal.
this is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy saying, I got nothing else going on. So yeah, I might not be here next week. I'm not sure because I have a little procedure on, the following day. So I might not be here.
Okay.
No,
fair
I'm not
enough.
getting snipped, you asshole.
Oh.
Yeah. Scoob's got it right.
Oh. I
I'm
don't think it's
getting
a whole
colonoscopy.
fist, Steve. I think it's just a finger, but
No, it's the whole fucking camera.
it's not a fist.
Yeah, they're shoving a camera.
I don't have a camera.
Yeah, you do.
There we go. There you go.
All right, and I am the Fluff Master Supreme Big Johnny D saying adios, Gorehounds, and remember to stay fresh, cheese bags.
Penis.
Penis.
Penis. Clown penis.